the Cobra that was in here, the newbie, you can ask the ladies questions if you want as soon as they do their intro or whatever. Well, however they want to do it. I think there was someone new in here that was asking questions.
Yeah, sure. I heard him in speaking. But yeah, basically what we do is this is a ladies' night, so any questions, anything you ask will get put towards and answered by a female flat earther. It's just to help get different perspective from the male and female side. Sometimes it can be quite hard for a woman to jump in here. It's quite a boisterous environment. So having a ladies' night allows the women to speak and for a female opinion to be put across.
Is there a bisexuals night?
No, there's not.
We're talking about genders, not sexualities, dumbass. All right.
We put the boys.
Why are you so rude? Why are you so rude?
All right, Helio's got it started. So yeah, welcome to 24/7 number whatever Flat Earth Discord Ladies Night shite. We are back again. Don't know what number we're on. Don't know what this one's called, but we're here nonetheless through the shit show that is the start of 2021. Let's see what ladies we got in so far. I see we got Trombone. She's in down there. We got Leluka, who went be right back for a minute there.
I'm back.
We got... Oh, she's back. We got Okay Cool. Welcome, Okay.
Thank you.
See you.
Hey.
Hey, lovely. Sorry if I'm missing anyone. I don't see any more ladies in yet. I sent I'm a lady. Hopefully. Oh. Very convincing. 1,500. All right, so we had some Globers in here before who were discussing. I think they were talking to, who was it that Frank? You had a big gob on you, and then you shut up when I asked you to draw the shape that is flat.
I mean, the other guy shut me down, so.
Yeah. So would you like to ask any more of your questions towards the ladies?
I'd like to ask a question, ladies.
Sure, hit it.
Okay, so I'm seeing here this photo platform, habitat platform, Hill House. What is this photo? Yeah,
the black swan. Yeah.
I'm seeing this photo repeated many times. Do you have could you pull this for every location in the world? This platform habitat, platform Hill House.
No, this is a location that you can go to. I think it's in California. I think. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, but I'm seeing that all these photos in not all, but a good amount are using this example. Are there more examples? I'm saying thousands of examples.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be loads of them because it's not going to happen every single time you go to the location because atmospheric conditions are going to come into play. But there's going to be loads of them.
Wait, hold up. Can you repeat that?
Okay, so every time you go to the location to make the observation of we see too far, the atmospheric conditions, you're looking through multiple atmosphere conditions. It might be raining, it might be foggy, the humidity.
Wait, Atmo what?
Okay, just the weather
conditions.
Yeah. Basically,
atmosphere. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I'll let you continue.
Yeah, okay. So basically, the weather. So it could be raining, it could be foggy, it could be humid, it could be muggy, it could be heat distortion. There could be multiple things that could prevent you from seeing a certain distance. You just know when it's foggy, you can't see as far. You can't see as far through the rain. But depending on the atmosphere, you can see this as many times as the atmosphere allows you to, the conditions that you're looking through.
So you're saying that maybe the atmosphere in this area or the atmosphere condensation, what you said, maybe they could probably impact these results and maybe make it seem like the Earth is flat when it's actually a ball?
No, if anything, it would prevent you from seeing it. The fact that, okay, so the reason it's called the Black Swan is because people used to think that all
the Black Swan is this. The Black Swan is this location, you're saying?
Yeah, it's the name of the argument, so it's just called the Black Swan. It's the name of the argument. And it's called that because all people thought that swans were all white until they saw one black swan. And then that debunked that all swans are white. So all it takes is one black swan to prove that all swans come in two colours. So for this, all it takes is one
Nice.
observation to prove that the Earth is not flat. The horizon should be much closer, and you should not be able to see it at all. Like, it is impossible. So it can be less than, so we can potentially not see the horizon or the oil rigs, but it can't be more than, and we're seeing more than. Do you get what I say?
With the atmosphere is impossible. I didn't catch you on that. The atmosphere impossible.
Okay, so if there's really bad conditions, like if it's really rainy, really foggy, tides are really high,
Yeah.
those are just the atmospheric conditions. So you might not see
Yeah.
the observation that you're trying to make. So it is all depending on what the weather is, basically.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this is
Mhm.
not like the only observation you can do. There's more of these throughout that you can make. This is just the main one.
You mean more? You
others-
mean like everywhere? Because if the Earth was flat, well, it'll be
Yeah,
everywhere.
you can make observations of seeing too far everywhere. You just got to wait for the
Yeah.
right conditions, mark a point that's 10 mile out in the horizon, whatever mile you're trying to see to. Like these oil rigs were at 9.41. So you got to know your observer height in feet, how far away they are, the atmospheric conditions. But yeah, you can replicate this with another object anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes, it helps a lot.
Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like us to go over about it? Anything that's confusing you?
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of being confused because it kind of seems like you guys are cherry picking evidence to make it favor your side. That's it. That's just my opinion.
What do you mean? What do you mean we're cherry picking?
It seems like you're cherry picking and you're finding these spots which makes it seem like they prove that the Earth is flat. Yeah,
But
that's
what
I'm
is
saying.
making it? Why do we see too far? That should be impossible. We're not cherry picking. It should be impossible. Like it shouldn't happen at all.
Well, we see far
It's
because
not
we
just
have
in
two
one
eyes.
location.
So
No, when
We
you
have
set a
good
bottle of
eyesight.
water. What? You understand things get smaller as you go further away from them. So the majority of these
Yeah.
observations are done with cameras because our eyes can't see that far. So these are done with long distance observations.
yeah, I know. Good cameras.
Uh-huh. So how are we cherry picking? It should be impossible. That observation should not have been made. It shouldn't have been possible at all. So how are we cherry picking?
Oh, I'm understanding. So for the human eye, it may seem like it's a curve. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry, you misunderstood. Okay, yeah. So
So
when you
maybe
set a
for
bottle
the
of water
human-
on the
Completely
ground.
misunderstood. Explain it again. You
Okay,
got
yeah,
him though.
sorry.
You got him though.
No. I'm saying. Hold on. I gotta ask a question. So you're saying
okay.
for the human eye, it may seem like it's a curve, but in real life, it's actually
No.
just flat.
No, I'm not saying you'll see the curve. What I'm saying is your eyes will no longer be able to comprehend the oil rigs.
Limited.
You might not be able to see it with your eyes. All right, but using optics that can see further than our eyes, you can see them again. Our eyes just cannot look that far. There's a vanishing point in the horizon. We just can't see forever. Things get smaller as they go further away from us. Our eyes just can't comprehend it. But that doesn't mean it's not there. Using cameras, we bring it back into view. Because cameras don't, well, they do have a limit, but much greater than our eyes. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
Okay. But do you have any, like... Oh, sorry, were you going to ask a question? Someone
No,
unmuted
I wasn't
there.
gonna ask. No, I didn't
I think
ask.
you just echoed.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay, I
just
thought
echo.
someone unmuted, so... Okay, yeah, no problem. But yeah, this can be done all over the place, as long as you have a body of water, because water sits level. So that's like the flattest thing you're going to get, besides the waves and stuff like that, which you've got to take into consideration. But water's your best friend in making these observations. But is there any proof that you've got that you think is verifiable? So meaning we can go and verify it and go and do it. Anything that proves we're living on a ball.
Well, I mean, with eyesight, I guess, when I go to the sea and see a ship, it sails in the distance, in the horizon, it looks like it's curving. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's how I see it.
That coincides with the vanishing point in the horizon, so we can't see forever. Because as that ship's getting further
Look,
away...
I think the problem here is that there's facts against other facts. Well, no, supposed facts against other supposed facts, and no one's gonna find the real ones. Everyone in the world knows the real ones. Only a small minority doesn't know. But it's just gonna be some fake facts against some real facts, and there's no point in discussion. So yeah.
Well, maybe you guys can try to arrive at a definition of what constitutes a fact then, if that's up for dispute.
Yeah, like what do you think we're saying that is not factual? It's a fact
Well, a fact
that things get
like
smaller as you get further away from them, yeah?
So
agree on that?
what are you doing? What are you doing right now?
I'm
What?
sitting talking to you.
Okay, so how can you prove that?
I mean, I
Okay.
could potentially prove that. I could put my camera on and prove it.
Wait,
I
I'm
mean-
sorry.
But that's got nothing to do with it, okay? The point is... Oh, and
You didn't prove it. You're responding to her, obviously.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
can
what
hear
about
it.
the astronaut?
What are you talking to
What about
yourself?
the-
You're either talking to yourself or she's talking to you.
Yeah, exactly. But so the astronauts went to space. What
Yeah,
about
exactly.
their witness? Their testimony. How do you say testimony? Yeah,
But what did they witness?
they witnessed that they went to moon. They left Earth.
Who witnessed it?
Well,
And how did
there's
they
many
verify
astronauts.
where they were going?
Cameras.
Cameras? So, show me what cameras you're talking about. Show me which rocket launch you're on about specifically. Because pretty much all of them never show you them going through the atmosphere. It's always 1 minute they're flying upwards and the next minute they're in space. There's no in between.
I
They
don't work
turn
at
to the
the. I
ground
don't.
crew and speak to the ground crew while they're going through the atmo. Funny that, isn't it? All we do is observe them taking off. We can't verify where they're going.
I mean, they're going to space. They're going to the moon.
Well, the fact that us existing next to space breaks the laws of physics, I highly doubt that they're going there.
Well, and they called the president from the moon, right? So why couldn't they
Yeah, I can't.
show,
Like, I live in Scotland. We've got country everywhere. I can't walk 20 minutes from my house and not be able to phone home. Literally 20 minutes from my house where I have a connection. Yet they can phone the president from the moon.
That was going to be my next question.
What?
Is that a Scottish accent?
Yeah, it's
What?
Scottish.
What?
hmm
Cheers.
Did you not know that? You can look that up.
Can you repeat? Because I didn't understand.
Yeah, they had a telephone conversation with the president the first time they landed on the moon.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. How is that possible?
Really long cable.
Yeah, okay.
There's
it's not-
Well,
satellite.
It's
it's a
satellites
response. It was a response to your argument that, well, they're traveling to space, so therefore, how can you expect high quality video footage? So,
I mean,
but
they
then
have
at the
4K
same
cameras now.
time,
They have 8K
you're
cameras now.
justifying telephone connection from the moon to Earth.
You're also ignoring the fact that I said that us living next to space is impossible. So the medium that they're going to
Wait,
we
can you
shouldn't
repeat again?
entertain the fact of it. Okay. So it is impossible for us to live next to space.
It
Yeah.
is impossible for us to live next to space.
Yes.
Yeah. Because what is
What?
space? It's a vacuum. It's just a big, vast vacuum. Really dangerous.
The space
Yeah.
vacuum, yeah.
Yeah. And what happens when you have gas next to a vacuum? Does the gas just stay there, or does it equalize and float off out into space until it becomes nothing? Why can't they breathe oxygen in space? Because that's just not possible. You can't just have non-contained oxygen. So for
I
us
mean-
to be living and breathing on this Earth, there would need to be something physical, a container. There would need to be something preventing our oxygen and our gases from equalizing. So, like a helium balloon, for example. You have a helium balloon, and it is contained until you pop it, or you let go of the bit you're holding onto because you haven't tied it yet. You're breaking the container. You're allowing the helium to escape. The helium's no longer contained. There's nothing holding it in place. There's nothing for the molecules to bounce off of. So they will equalize. When you pop a balloon, you don't have a little pocket of helium floating there, do you? It just equalizes. It basically floats off into nothing. And our gases should be doing that because we're living next to a vacuum and gases fill the available space. So our gas should be floating off out into space. Do you get what I'm saying?
But we have an atmosphere, don't we?
Yeah, but what is the atmosphere? It's
Layers of
gases, right? Multiple.
Yeah, but it's an atmosphere.
Yeah, but gas can't contain gas because to have gas
Yes, it
pressure,
can.
you need.
It's an atmosphere.
Okay, so are you able to demonstrate oxygen being
it's kinda
contained by
backwards.
another gas? No, because gas can't contain gas. Because gas isn't a container. That's like saying light is a container. It's just not. It's just not a container. You can't contain oxygen with another gas.
But gravity keeps the atmosphere.
Okay, but is gravity physical?
It's a force.
Does it create a
It's a
Does it create a physical barrier? It's a force, but it's not physical. And remember the part where I said that you need something physical?
why does it matter that it's not physical?
Because to have gas pressure, the molecules have got to bounce off the walls of something physical. They have to bounce off of something.
No.
You don't create gas pressure.
No.
That's wrong.
What part are you disagreeing? What part are you not agreeing with?
Gravity.
Gravity.
The atmosphere here.
Uh-huh. So can you demonstrate gas containing gas?
I'm not saying gas is containing gas.
We have gravity. I really just said it.
Okay, so
Gravity is not a
gravity
gas,
pulling-
bro. Gravity is
Okay,
not a
gravity
gas.
is
I never
pulling
said
the
that.
gases.
I'm not saying
Okay,
gas.
so
I
hold on,
never
calm down.
said
Calm
that
down.
gravity
We're
is a gas.
spiraling. Okay, I know you didn't say that, my guy. Calm down.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you're
not,
saying
I know. I'm
that
calm.
gas is containing it, yeah? So you're saying gas is pulling. Sorry, gravity is pulling on the gas.
Yep.
That's what you're saying. Okay. How do you prove that? Because to have gas pressure, it's a natural law of physics that you need a container. That's physics.
Why is
Okay.
gas pressure higher here in the near the surface and lower above?
Okay, we'll move on to that in a minute, but right now we're talking about gravity containing gas. That's just a gas gradient. The oxygen's produced at a lower level, so there's a gas gradient. We can go into detail on that in a minute.
Yeah, that's just
But
a fact.
first of all,
So you said that
yeah,
force
first of
force isn't physical.
hold on. Listen to what I'm saying.
So
To have gas
if
pressure,
I punch
you're
a
not
child,
listening. I
you're not
swear to God, I will mute you and server ban you if you don't shut your ass up.
Yo, stop spiraling.
wow,
Have a little bit of respect. And you're not listening to the answer. You've asked about 5 questions, and I'm pretty sure you put your
It's
fingers
not
in your
me.
ears
That's
and went
another
la la
one.
la. Okay. So to have gravity containing gas, you need to prove that there's a force pulling on the gas. You need to prove that you can create gas pressure by using a quote-unquote force. Because, may I add, that gravity is not a force. What's his name? The guy with the fuzzy hair proved that. I can't remember his name. What's his face? The fuzzy hair guy. Looks like he'd been hit by lightning.
Einstein.
That guy. Thank you. Einstein proved that it is not a force. Gravity is not a force. So you making a claim of gravity being a force is going against Einstein. So we're going to talk about your version of gravity because clearly it's different to what Einstein says.
No, I support what Einstein says.
Okay, so gravity's not a force then. Gravity is the bending and warping of space-time, not a force. So how is the gas pressure being contained by the bending and warping of space-time?
But gravity is a force.
But you
But
just said that you
gravity-
agree with Einstein. Who says gravity is not a force? So which is it? Do you agree with Einstein and say that the bending and warping of space-time contains gas? Or that gravity is a force and you disagree with Einstein, and that a force pulling on gases creates gas pressure? Which is it?
Can't it be both?
No, because you're either agreeing with Einstein or
It is
disagreeing
both.
with him.
Can't it be both?
Okay, so the sky is green. Is the sky now green and blue, or is the sky just so blue?
It's blue.
You can't have both. It's one or the other. Okay, yeah. So it's blue. It's not green, because that doesn't make sense. It's blue.
Yeah.
So, are you agreeing with Einstein?
The Earth is flat doesn't make sense either.
You know what doesn't make sense? The fact that you cannot listen and comprehend at the same time.
He's listening.
You need to stop your little... I don't know what's going on. I think you're having like a little mental breakdown just because your giant space ball sack is being destroyed. But listen to what you're saying.
Get the video.
You're disagreeing with Albert Einstein just because you don't understand what me and you are talking about right now. Sometimes it's better to say, I don't know, than embarrass yourself and disagree with Einstein, but then agree with him, and then disagree with him, and then agree with him. Stop embarrassing yourself and be intellectually honest. Okay? Shall we try this again?
What?
Can you have gas pressure without something physical holding the gas in place?
Huh? Say it again.
Can you have gas pressure without something physically holding the gas in place, like a container?
Yes, because we have gravity. The gravity keeps the
Okay,
gas.
demonstrate that. Demonstrate gas to me in a lab. Demonstrate oxygen being contained by gravity.
What?
Demonstrate helium being contained by gravity. How stupid does that sound?
Well,
Pretty stupid, right?
force. No, it's not stupid. It's facts.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, please demonstrate.
You're
sorry, go ahead.
claiming things. Sorry, Bambi. You're claiming things. You're making these very great claims. So you need to back them up with a demonstration or evidence that we can measure, test, or whatever. So don't
Well,
say
I'm not in a lab. Like, why would I
Well,
be in a lab?
Okay,
Don't make a claim then.
Anybody that has done it
What do you mean
throughout.
to make it a claim then?
No,
Anybody that has done this experiment or test, show us anything.
Say
Yeah,
it again.
show me someone somewhere showing me gas pressure without a container as a demonstration. So gravity creating a container around some helium.
Well, Isaac
Or
Newton
gravity.
proved that gravity is a force.
No, I'm asking you for a demonstration. Not of gravity being a force. I'm asking
What do you mean a demonstration?
Listen very carefully. Are you listening to me?
I am.
Yeah?
I am.
Okay. Show me someone, somewhere, maybe a YouTube video, maybe a PDF file explaining it, but a demonstration done by somebody proving that gravity can contain gas. So somebody somewhere who has take I don't know, helium, for example, and contained it without something physical. Show me a demonstration of that, because that's what you're saying. Can you show me?
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, sure, take your time.
He's googling. He's googling. Gotta give him about
Yeah.
2 minutes.
I got it. I maybe have a demonstration.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, go
whatever.
ahead.
You can take a fan, a literal fan,
Mhm.
turn it on, stand in front of the fan, and sense the air blowing on your face. That's literally gas, air pushing against your skin,
Mhm.
and without a container. No container needed.
So, I'm sorry, wind. Oh my god.
I mean, he literally proved the fact.
I'm sorry, what?
Wait.
So, the fan is blowing wind. Yeah.
It's not wind,
sorry,
it's
go on,
gas.
Melissa. You go.
No. Go ahead, Batman. I'm talking to Frank. Hold on 1 second, Frank.
So, your fan thing. Explain it to me again. So, you stand in front of a fan. It you switch it on and you feel the air on your face, and that is proving gas pressure without a container.
Is it a fan or is it a hairdryer? Because I have a feeling it might be a hairdryer.
Fan.
Who was the person
mean-
that said it?
I mean, he said fan. He didn't say hairdryer.
Who said that though?
Oh,
So, ladies, may I ask a question?
Can you? No, you're the one that said your thing. Can you
May
elaborate?
I ask another serious question?
No, can we stick to this
But
first?
first, though, we're gonna go back and you're gonna elaborate.
But can I ask a serious question?
After you elaborate on what you've just said.
But I just need to ask a simple and serious question. It's not
No,
really
thank
hard.
you. Please elaborate on what you said. I really don't care for your question right now because you made a claim of being able to demonstrate gas pressure without a container. So I'd like you to go into more depth on that, and then feel free to ask your question.
I mean, doesn't that like show the definition of gas pressure?
No, I'm asking you to
Without
explain
container.
further.
Well, it was just some random research that a professor at school helped us with. So
Okay.
I'm not really sure
Do you-
if it's actual credible information, but it may be.
So
You asked for
said it and you're
demonstration, I
not sure
showed one.
what
I
it
don't
is.
know if it's exactly proof.
So you
Of
said
gas
it and you don't know what it actually proves because it doesn't prove gas pressure without a container. It
Yeah,
proves
do
that
you
you
know
switch
what
the fan
gas
on and you
pressure
feel
is?
some cold air.
Do you know what gas pressure is? Drew JC? Drew JC?
Give him a second to Google it.
why do you keep saying that they Google it though?
Because when usually, like, he's not responding right now and he's on mute, he's Googling it, and I bet you'll come back with an answer to what gas pressure is in about 30 seconds.
Well,
Yeah,
also you can
maybe he's
you
thinking.
can literally hear the sounds of the keys.
So
tapping.
yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I was away for a second. What was the question?
What is gas pressure? She's asking.
Well, gas pressure is just a force caused by gas molecules.
A force caused by. Oh, that's getting progressively worse.
Gas pressure is caused by the force exerted by gas colliding with other molecules on surfaces of objects.
Mm-hmm.
Surfaces, keyword.
Okay. there
Something
you go.
physical. You just proved it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What?
He just said surfaces, insinuating that to have gas pressure, you need something physical.
Did he
So
say
as existing
surfaces
next
is
to
a container? No.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
What are surfaces? Go ahead.
This is a surface.
Is it a physical
Did you hear
thing?
that?
Is that a
Yeah, I mean,
physical
Uh-huh.
thing?
did you hear me? Did you hear me punching it?
Yeah.
Is it
I
a
heard it.
physical thing?
I mean, if I punch it, yes, it's a physical thing, is it?
Okay,
No, it's
so then.
physical and can be a container.
No.
Mm,
They're just clowning around, you guys.
What about it?
No.
So read it again. As
No,
a
this is a
surface
waste
or
of time.
surfaces?
mm.
Surface or surfaces? Because those have kind of different implications, right? What was the definition again?
J. Who was it? J something?
Was
Definition of
the-
gas pressure.
It was the other guy.
Which one? The
JC. What's your definition of gas pressure again?
gas pressure is caused by the force exerted by gas molecules colliding with surfaces of objects.
Okay, so surfaces. So containment? They have to collide with a surface. What are your... Oh my god. Okay. What's your surface for the... What's the surface for the atmosphere? What surface is it bouncing against? Is the atmosphere a surface? Or is the atmosphere gases?
Well, it's gases. So yeah.
Yeah, so there's no surface, so you'd need something physical. So that's why I said you debunked yourself. You're admitting to needing something physical, and that's okay to do because that's what creates gas pressure.
Bruh. Bruh, what?
Do you have a question to ask? You've been saying bruh and jumping in quite a bit. As there.
Oh, I actually do. Yeah. I didn't want to interrupt.
Go on.
So, can we talk about like farts in space? No, but hear me out. I know it sounds like a joke, but so basically,
Wait,
when you
sorry,
fart in
what did you
space,
say?
farts in
Okay, wait.
space. Yeah.
I just spoke to those guys. I don't know whether you were listening. Well, you were, because you weren't here for a while. I just spoke to those guys about how us existing next to space is impossible and it breaks the laws of physics. So anything you say about space, like what are other planets, or how did they go to the moon, or farts in space, is irrelevant. Because the medium that they're in is impossible. So your farts in space are irrelevant.
So do you think space doesn't exist?
I know it's impossible for us to live next to it without a container.
As a vacuum, yeah.
Yeah, as a vacuum. As what they say it is, there would need to be something physical. And if there was something physical, and they did go to the moon, and they did break through into the vacuum, then our container would be broken, and our gases would equalize, and we wouldn't be breathing.
If there is a container, how did they build it if we weren't able to survive next
How
to
did
it
they
prior
build
to it?
Build
Yeah.
what?
Okay,
Yeah,
well, it
exactly.
depends. Like, I believe in a creator, so I believe that the Earth was created. We didn't come out of a Big Bang. We didn't poof out of nothing.
By
I
who?
believe that we had to be created of sort. Don't
By
know.
who?
I
By a
don't believe in the
creator.
Bible, the Quran. A creator, somebody.
So you have no evidence of a creator whatsoever.
No, that's why it's a belief system.
So you know nothing
Well,
about them.
it's actually very self-evident. The fact that this place is created. And what is your take on it? The Big Bang?
Yeah, the Big Bang.
And what's the evidence for that?
Redshift.
Redshift proves that something came out of nothing.
Well, it proves that we're living in an ever-expanding universe.
Does it prove the Big Bang?
Well, there's more evidence for it than your theory that I just believe it.
Does it prove the Big Bang?
Well, I can ask you the same question. Prove there's a creator.
No,
Yeah,
but we've
everything
already
is
said
created.
But
that
it's
it's a
a-
belief.
it's
You're
my
saying-
belief.
Yeah.
We've already admitted that it's a belief. You're saying it's factual. So the benefit of the doubt is on you.
I
because
never
mine's
said I was
a belief
factual.
system.
You asked what do I believe in. I said the Big
So it
Bang.
doesn't. So
Okay,
so it's a
so
belief
you're-
that we came from a Big Bang.
Yeah,
You have a belief,
that
we
has
have a
supporting
belief.
evidence. Yeah.
Everybody has a belief. Okay, let's move on.
Great, we're at a mutual
Wait,
understanding.
before you guys move on, hello ladies.
Hey.
Hello.
Can you refer him to the live
To the what?
You cut out right there.
Cut out.
the live stream?
Oh, the text. Yeah,
Oh,
you
you posted it in number 2, Eli. Sorry. We're in number 1, so
Mhm.
38 minutes after the hours, guys.
Yeah, proper. You're in. I'll tag you.
Hey, ladies.
Hello.
Sorry to disturb you. May I ask a question?
Yeah, before you ask your question, the guy that was saying that he doesn't know about the creation needing a creator. Well, even with the Big Bang, that was postulated by a Catholic priest. So
Yeah, Jesuit
okay,
priest.
go ahead.
So it's a religion on its own hand. So it is just a belief at the end of the day, even though you might have some random stuff that you can't prove that you think is evidence. No.
And just
Still
so
a belief
everyone
system.
knows, it's
So-
ladies' night, so please let the ladies take over for Flat Earth. Thank you.
Thanks, Justin.
I've got a question about the creator.
Mhm.
What created the creator?
Don't know. I'm begging the question. It's okay to say you don't know because that makes you look intellectually honest rather than making up some bullshit lies that then get caught out, which they did for the heliocentric model. The point is, everything needs to creation. They didn't poof out of nothing. That sounds stupid. Things had to have a start, and I'm saying that
But
they
you're
were
saying the
created.
exact same thing, that the creator came out of nothing.
Yeah, maybe it's just a big vicious cycle. I don't fucking know. Maybe something created it and it created it. I don't know. The point is, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay. Let's say theoretically that it is a flat Earth.
I don't
Why?
do hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Okay. From my
Sorry.
point of view, it is a hypothetical scenario. So
Yeah.
why have they lied to us?
Why would they lie? Why would they lie?
Can I play this
Why?
song?
Yeah, that would be the perfect answer. Okay, so yeah, we'll play a song after, but I'll answer this really quickly. Asking why would they lie is probably one of the most stupid questions you could ever ask anyone. Because
Yo, Dario.
you're right.
Dario.
I can't hear you.
I got you.
You got it,
Wait.
Lolo. Thank you.
Server banned. Don't
Perfect.
don't do that again. And you do it again, you're server banned again.
Alright, so asking why would they lie is a very stupid question. It's one that everyone asks as a coping mechanism for realizing truth. Asking why would they lie is it cannot be answered by me because I'm not the one making the lie. When someone cheats on someone in a relationship, the only person who knows why they did that or what happened is the person who did the act. You can guess why they would lie to you and why they did what they did, but are you ever going to know? No, unless it comes from the horse's mouth. So asking why would they lie? You want me to assume? I don't know. Money, the amount they get per day to cover up the fact that there's actually a creator, to control, manipulate. If they tell you that they found a new planet called Butt Munchers, and on that butt munching planet there were baby little butt munchers running around, and those were now the first alien species called butt munchers, and we had contact with the butt munchers, you'd believe it, because that's the control they had over you. By saying something so ludicrous, you would believe it instantly. So control, power, manipulation, so many things to why they would lie. But I don't know which one of them it is, because I'm not the person who's lying to you. You understand how that's a very hard question and a very silly one?
Yeah, okay. So let's say they are in complete control and they have control of this. They've told us about the flat Earth. They've lied to us about the shape of the Earth. They've lied to us about gravity, whatever else you say. Why don't they just shut down this Discord server? Why are they letting this continue?
Well, they have. We've been shut down once before. All of our sister servers have been shut down. The only reason that I don't think we've been shut down yet, we've had multiple warnings. The only reason we haven't been shut down is because of the amount of boost this server gets and the amount of people who buy Nitro to boost this server. This is a moneymaker for Discord. I mean, shit. I mean, they take us away from the initial search when you Google Flat Earth. Like, they try to minimize the amount of traffic coming here as possible, but shutting it down isn't going to stop us because they've shut down the Ice Wall, which was a sister server, and they shut down multiple other ones, and they just make new ones. They are shutting Flat Earth servers down. If you type Flat Earth into YouTube, there are hundreds of thousands of Flat Earth YouTubers, and not one of them will come up. It's all anti-Flat Earth stuff and anti-this and stupid that and
But don't you think
Flat
that's
Earth
because?
society.
But don't you think that's because of the YouTube algorithm? Because this is a smaller belief than the majority of people on the planet who believe the Earth is
No.
round and would agree with those people who are making anti-flat Earth videos. So that's just basic.
Well, no, because
Google
me as a
algorithm.
flat earther who is trying my hardest to find flat Earth YouTube channels, they're censored. You literally cannot find it. It is so extremely difficult to find a flat Earth YouTube channel.
But that's because so
of the
little people are
algorithm.
looking into it.
Yeah, but no matter how many little people, they're censored videos. They get taken down for miscommunication of information, or whatever it is. But they go around and let things like aliens and Bigfoot and, bullshit like that. But then they shut down Flat Earth.
I know it's ladies' night. Can I make one?
I know, Elijah. I'm sorry.
All right, never mind.
So yeah, they censor it. I mean, it's just a fact that they literally admit to it as well, don't they?
So if it's a lie, let me ask you this: if it's a lie and if it's stupid, why would they censor it?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they just go ahead and provide proof of curvature? Why wouldn't they just let people just hear the information, look into it, and go do observations and see how ridiculous it is? I mean, why would they censor it?
Well, they have. There's been plenty of organizations that have left the planet and looked back, and there've been plenty of accounts of people who sent satellites into space, hundreds of thousands of people who are involved in it, and they've all confirmed the same thing. But somehow you've done a couple of Google searches and think you know more than them.
Actually, you're wrong. That's where you're like.
That's so incorrect.
Yeah, for sure.
Where do we start with that? There were so many wrong things.
I know. I want to where do we begin to unpack that? Because first, I want to start with his logic, right? Because if you're appealing to the consensus thought on this, and that's what it seems to be that you're doing. So if you take the number of people that have claimed to go to outer space and compare that to the number of flat earthers, then according to that logic, the Earth is flat because there's 17,000 members in this server alone. And then that's nowhere near all the flat earthers. There's less than 500 individuals that have claimed to have went to space. So according to your logic,
do you not think that 500 people could lie? Sorry, Lulu, go on.
Can I just what Elijah was wanting to say was about the flat Earth on the internet, whatever, that it was actually very massive on the internet a few years back before they started censoring it. It was spreading and waking a lot of people up, and they realized how if people actually look into it, that they realized that the Earth is flat. So that's why they started censoring it.
and they're damn sure not censoring it because it's live. Because if that were the case, then why would they set up a controlled opposition website where they put just nothing but pure lies on there and claim that's what flat earthers believe, when you'll not find one single flat earther on the face of this earth that believes anything that they put on there?
It's so simple for 500 people to lie as well, and for them to shut that stuff down and shut down servers for misinformation. I mean, what do you class as misinformation? Because for atheists, religion and the creator is misinformation. So who determines
that's
what's
not harmful
misinformation and what's not? Or is it? Have you ever looked into some religions that are out there?
So what are you guys talking about? Because
well, we're I don't know. We're jumping between multiple points.
So, well, here's the question.
What is the point?
Here's the question for the dude that I don't even know who was asking it. Like, why would they lie? Is it even relevant? Why? I mean, isn't the question you should be asking?
Yes.
Is are they lying? Like, shouldn't you establish that the lie exists first before you try to delve into all the different, reasons why they would be lying?
I know.
So what are these reasons?
Like, I don't know whether you were here, but I named a lot of them.
I wasn't here. Sorry.
Yeah, so we cannot
you also have to
answer
understand
why they would lie.
You have to take into account that.
You can back up the live stream and hear them.
Yeah, the only people who know the answer to the lie is them. So that's the end of that question.
No, because you also have to take into account that a good amount of the world does not know the Earth is round because they're uneducated.
Okay, well, when you say round, what do you mean? Because pizza's round. Round isn't a shape. Round
a ball. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to be pretentious. You know what he means.
No, I don't. Because he says that most people don't believe
sorry. So let me rephrase this.
So
a good amount of the world are uneducated, and all those uneducated people have a comment that they don't know the Earth is a ball.
Where's your evidence to back this up?
Do you know what's...
I can back this. Okay, here. Do you want me?
The evidence that the people who don't realize that what you're claiming that the Earth is are uneducated. Like, where do you get this from?
I mean, I can find it easily. I mean, in my country, there's many people. I can ask them if you want.
Okay, well, why don't we go through the 3 points with you? Because it will show that you and every other baller in here has the belief system. So you don't actually...
Baller.
Okay,
that's funny. Baller? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, baller. So...
Okay, yeah.
Okay, we're going to ask you 3 simple questions, right?
Okay.
First question has got 2 separate parts to it. In olden times or current times, how did they measure the Earth? How did they measure the curvature of the Earth? So starting in ancient times, how did they measure the curvature?
Earth, I believe, was measured by Eratosthenes of Syros. I believe was his name. Aristophanes, yeah. Sorry, I
and what did he do?
So he measured it by seeing the shadow, and he found out that the Earth was rotating around the sun.
Okay, so he made an observation of shadows, meaning that something is moving above our heads. How did he measure the curvature? He just proved that something moved above our head, from what you've said. He didn't prove the curvature, did he?
What?
Let me help. So, what he did in his experiment is that there was a city in Egypt called
who's
Cyrene.
talking?
I'm against flat Earth, so.
Oh, Snorlax.
Yeah, go on.
So the city of Cyrene on the summer solstice at noon, or about a time around it, the sun was directly above them and no objects cast shadows. While in the city that Eratosthenes was in, Alexandria was not directly above the sun and cast a shadow on a stick that Eratosthenes put in the ground at 7 degrees. So he took the distance from Alexandria to Syene, which was 800 kilometers. So if you take 800 kilometers and divide it by 7 over 360, you get the circumference of the Earth. He was about 1% off the actual distance that we agree on today.
Where'd the 360 come from?
Yeah.
That's you're presupposing a ball when you do that. You're trying to establish that it's a sphere, not presuppose it's a sphere.
All right. So then, how would you calculate the circumference of the Earth?
Well, first I would
mean,
find
the questions are good to you first.
Go ahead, Bambi.
No, go on. I was just going to say the questions are to you. This is what we're just trying to understand your knowledge and what you know and what you believe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll answer this for him real quick, and then Bambi, I'll let you get back to the fella that you were talking to about the 3 points, because that's what he was interrupting. And then if he wants to continue with this after the 3 points with that guy, then he can. But if you want to determine that something's spherical and what size that sphere is, you first have to determine that it's a sphere, which means you need to find some curvature somewhere. So I would first measure the Earth and establish that it's curving somewhere. And on that point, I'm going to digress to Bambi and let her finish her 3 points with this other fellow that you interrupted her with. And then you can continue that after she's finished.
Yeah, and also your experiment would work on a flat Earth with a localized sun, with a closer sun. I can tell you the curvature of my bedroom floor with a localized light source. So, it doesn't really prove that the Earth is a ball. I digress. What about in current times? How have they measured the Earth's curvature in current times?
I haven't searched this. I think it was the Bedford experiment. I forgot. The Bedford experiment.
That proves that the Earth is flat. That's in England. That's what they do to prove that the Earth is flat. It's a big long canal where they observe a flat level horizon. A flat
experiment.
Yeah, it's flat for over 9 miles.
Hold up, I'm not sure that's what I'm saying. I heard there's this Bedford level experiment. Now, what is this? I haven't read, so
feel free to look it up.
No, I don't know how in modern times they have measured this, but I do know that, of course, no one can find the actual size. Like, you can't measure the circumference.
Well, they
of
give
Earth.
us an exact size.
I mean, we just don't have the technology to do so, but we can guess and we can have an educated guess.
They give us an exact size. They give us an exact radius, circumference, and drop rate for this ball. Like, they give us everything.
Who gave you this?
That's how we can measure it to be flat, because we take their numbers.
Whose numbers?
The numbers that are provided for us, the circumference
From
of
who?
the Earth. I don't know,
From
NASA?
the
Who's it that provided them initially?
So-called
Yeah,
scientists.
But isn't that NASA
Well,
an
so
unreliable
you're
source
now
for you
trusting
guys?
NASA. Why are you cherry picking their information?
Hold on. That's not what she said.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, guys.
I'm not cherry picking. I'm taking what they're saying and debunking it. Listen to me carefully, because you're laughing and you're gonna look real stupid when I shut you up. So what I'm saying is I'm taking their words, which you're holding as a religion, and I am debunking them.
I'm not,
So I
ain't holding this
and
as
I
a
am
religion.
debunking. Shut the fuck up and don't speak over me. I swear to God, I will drop kick your ass out of the server. And if you want that to happen, I suggest you speak one more time. Good. We're on the same level, flat level. I'm taking what they're saying and debunking it. So I'm taking their words of us living next to a vacuum. You didn't call me out for saying that we live next to a vacuum because that's their words, 10 to the negative 17 torr, and I'm debunking that. We have now moved on to the curvature. The people who provide us that are the people, these scientists, NASA, etc., provide us exact curvature, drop rate, circumference, radius, the size of this ball, because they need to know that shit for sending satellites, for going to the moon. They need to know that shit. Same with the rotation. We're taking what they're saying and we're debunking it. So we're taking what you believe and proving it wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm taking what you believe and proving it wrong. Get it?
Okay, I've got there's probably a question you know the answer
No,
to.
do you get it? Do you
Yeah,
get it?
I understand your
Do you
point of view.
understand how I'm not cherry picking? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a question for you. I just want to see your response to it. So it's probably one you've heard before, but how have we not just fallen off the edge?
That's a stupid question, because you're assuming that there is an edge. Who knows? There could be an infinite plane. If there is a container, there's got to be a containment where it meets the ground at some point. We don't know. We can't go to Antarctica. You're asking questions that we cannot possibly answer. We're not a flying disc through space. It is not possible for us to fall off. We could be the floor of the universe for all you know. The furthest we've dug down is only 7.8 miles. Even you don't know what's beneath that. We don't know what's at the edge. We don't know
The
what's
core.
beneath us. We don't know where the fuck we are.
I mean, we
So how
do.
are we supposed
We
to-
are in the Milky Way in the solar system.
But you can't prove that.
What do you mean we can't prove
What
it?
do you mean?
Who told
What do you mean? What do you mean we can't prove that?
If I get a telescope and look up into the sky, I can see other planets.
You see
Great!
lights. Congratulations.
You
What
see
does that
twinkly
prove?
lights and you see some fuzzy dots if you have a really good telescope. Great.
Yeah. And
Yeah, and
Congratulations.
what
How
are
do
those?
we know what we are in? How do we... Sorry? What did you say?
Me?
No. I don't know. The other guy said something. I don't know. Anyway. I can't remember. Who was I speaking to the other day? It was one of the planets that's like something 200,000, like it's like 26,000 miles from the sun or whatever. Yeah, I can't remember. It was like Neptune or something. I don't know. And we can see it from one end of the Earth and see it from the other, which should be impossible. So some of the stars we shouldn't see from either end of the Earth. But the point is, I also made a claim about the core, and you said something about the core. How do we prove that? How do we prove that we're in a Milky Way and we're on a ball floating through a vacuum with no container? You can't. You take it as a belief. It's a belief system. You can't prove any of it.
Okay, so we got after the first point. We had some
Okay,
mixed
yeah.
opinions. What was the second point that you had?
The second question, which one did I go to first? We'll go to the, how do we prove that we're spinning on an axis and what we're spinning in general?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
Gyroscope sensors.
All right, elaborate, please.
So, have you seen the Flat Earth documentary Behind the Curve?
Yep, which was done by a controlled opposition. The guy wasn't a flat earther. They didn't show you them
Alright,
leveling the
so when they
lasers,
did the
didn't show you
experiment,
anything.
to where
They didn't
he had
show you anything.
he had
that
the
we need
gyroscopic
to verify.
sensor, and
No,
he left
hold
it.
on.
Came back an
They
hour
didn't
later.
show you
Said it was a 15-degree
anything.
tilt.
They didn't show you anything, my guy. Listen to me. We have people who have done that exact same thing, and I've got a different answer, and they show you everything that you need to know to prove it.
Then what do they
They
get for
didn't show you
rotation?
all of the information. There is none. That's the point.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy that you're talking about in that documentary, right, that did that, it's like, okay, so they misrepresent what he did, and they misrepresent the entire thing, but he himself explained that, and if you'll look in the live stream, while Bambi continues her 3 points with you or whatever, I'll post his explanation for that, and you can hear his explanation.
Yeah. So the other guy that you said that you don't know about how they proved it, that's okay. The last question is the same one over again, which is the vacuum of space. How do we live next to exists, and how do we prove that it exists? How do we prove that it's a vacuum and we live next to it?
So now it's my turn to answer.
Yeah.
So can you repeat the question? Because I kind of heard it.
Yeah, you're right. So how do we prove what space is, and how do we prove that we live next to it?
Okay, so you're asking how can we prove that space exists?
Yeah, that space is a vacuum.
Well, I
And
mean,
we exist next to the
space is a vacuum. Wait, I'm not, because you're changing questions. How do we prove that space exists? How do we prove space is a vacuum?
I mean, it's along the same line. Space is a vacuum. How do we prove that
So how do
that
we prove
exists?
it? Okay, so here's the deal. So here in the surface, we can breathe, right? You can breathe.
Yep.
I mean, if I pull out the Gauge 12 shotgun.
Probably can't, but I can breathe for the current
Okay.
time.
Uh-huh.
Go on.
Okay. But so the molecules in the surface are more dense and they're more heavy. So let's try an experiment here. Get your phone and and find something light like a feather. Let's say throw your phone and throw your feather. See which lands first down to the ground. Gravity is pulling the phone to the ground quicker because hold up, my friend's messaging me. Because
Hold on. How does this prove what space is?
no, hold up. I'm getting to it. It's just a build up. It's a build up. You know, it's a process. So
We'll pick it up.
okay, chill. Look, it took people thousands of years. If it takes me 2 minutes, then it's reasonable.
Just get to it.
Okay. So we can say if it's more dense, the molecules are dense, then we can breathe. So the higher we go, when we reach the top layers of atmosphere, we have less oxygen, and the molecules are lighter, and they're not as dense. They're more scattered.
Yep.
So we know that there's something there. There's a vacuum there that's preventing us from breathing outside there.
Okay, so I mean, you're proving there's a gas gradient. You're not proving what space is. You're not proving that we exist next to it as we
I'm
know
proving
it.
there's a
You're
vacuum.
proving there's a gas. No, you're proving there's a gas gradient.
I answered one of your questions. How do we prove that space is a vacuum? I answered that. Now, how do we prove space exists? Space.
No. You've not answered the question. You understand how you've not answered the question? You answered how we prove there's a gas gradient.
I don't think he understands the
Space
question.
and what it is, and how we exist next. Sorry, not how we exist next to it. What space is? Space is a vacuum. So how do we prove that space is a vacuum and that it's there?
So we prove that it's a vacuum. Vacuum means there's no oxygen. Nothing can live in there. There's no gases. Well, as far
But how do we prove it?
So how do we prove it? The Earth, the higher we go, the more
That proves a gas gradient. That doesn't prove what space is.
That proves that there's less oxygen, less and less gases, because it doesn't just immediately become space.
Do
We
you
don't
know
go
what the
immediately
word
from
gradient
breathing to the. Huh?
Do you know what the word gradient means?
I get it. Gradient. We slowly go there. There's a gradient.
Yeah. So down where the oxygen is being produced by the oceans and the trees, there's going to be a massive.
So we know that slowly is building up. So
if you listen to the answer, hold on. Listen to the answer for Christ's sake.
Okay,
so
sorry.
The oceans, the trees, and everything is being produced at a lower level. So this is where the mass amount of it is going to be. The higher you raise in your altitude, there's not oxygen being produced at those heights. The ocean is the main provider of oxygen. So there's less of it. There is a gas gradient. That doesn't prove anything to do with space. That just proves that there's a gradient of gas because of where the gas is being produced.
That proves it.
Wait, can I say something? So,
hold on.
Do you think?
Let him respond to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just.
No, you can say it.
Okay. So do you believe
I want to hear his
that?
response.
No, I want to hear him.
I'm just asking a random question here. I'm just asking a random question.
I want to hear him.
Okay, you're
I want to hear him. I want to hear him.
Okay, that's it. You're not getting to speak again. Go on, ask your question.
Sorry, I muted him. 1 second. There you go.
Do you believe that this gas gradient keeps going, keeps exponentially or whatever mathematical function? Okay.
Can only go up to a certain height, can I? I mean, I've not been up there personally, but I know from others that it is. So, I mean, I couldn't tell you. No, don't know.
Okay.
So I've got a question for you now. Since you, okay, so what's required for gas gradient? Gas pressure gradient. What do you need to have before you can have gas pressure gradient?
Pressure.
Okay. What do you need to have in order to have gas pressure?
Some force acting on the air particles.
No, you need to have a container. Because in order to get gas pressure, the gas molecules need to have a container so that there'll be walls of some kind of containment for it to bounce off of. Like that's where the pressure is
I
created.
think we have two different definitions of pressure here. My definition of pressure is force over area.
How do you get the area without a container? The volume. How do you get that without a container? Do you not understand that's what that's saying? I mean, it has to. The gas pressure molecules have to have containment. You have to have a container in order to have a volume. You can't have volume if you don't have a container.
Well, the force. Well, I mean, we have two different definitions here. My definition is purely just how much force acts over a certain area.
Okay, well, okay.
I'm not trying to disprove you.
I don't even know how to say his name, but that guy's just posted the. If like you're gonna lose it if you don't look at it real quick because like there's tons of.
I'll post it again.
Posts, but if you read that, that's NASA's. Okay, that's NASA's definition of gas pressure. Can you read that definition of gas pressure? What's required for gas pressure? Yeah, can you read it out loud so that everybody can hear the definition of it? Because everybody might not be looking in the text chat. It's at 6 minutes past the hour.
Is he there?
Hang on.
Maybe he's reading it. Can you read it out loud so that the individuals that are not looking at the text chat can see it or hear it?
Where does it say so?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I'll post it again. Are you in live stream voice text?
Yeah. Where does it say so?
Okay. Here. Do you see what I just posted?
Like the right above thing?
Oh wait, there's this one. I think this is the one she was talking about.
Oh.
This is from the NASA website. Could you read that? 8 minutes past the hour by Bambi.
Yeah.
Can you read it, please?
No, thank you.
I'll read it for you. The molecules are in constant random motion and frequently collide with each other and the walls of a container. Because the molecules are in motion, a gas will expand to fill the container. Since density is defined to be the mass divided by the volume, density depends directly on the size of the container and which
The container
mass of gas
doesn't
is
have to be a
confirmed.
physical thing, though. All you need is a
How do the
force
molecules
acting
bounce off something
on a pocket of air.
Okay.
But please continue your discussion with the other guy. I was just here to listen, by the way. I was just asking a question about the gas gradient.
No, the other guy's gone now, so we're good to talk to you.
I feel like we're playing basketball, Bambi. I feel like they're passing the ball to one another. Like every.
No, but I don't want to discuss I'm not interested in having this discussion.
Okay,
But you just muted the other guy for no reason.
Yeah, no,
Why
you're
did you
muted.
interrupt
That's
us
it.
then?
Let's move on to another person. He's annoying me. I'll interrupt, but I don't want to talk. Okay, bruh. The fuck?
Let's see. Howie just came in. Howie. I'll give you Rose to speak, Bado. Howie, nice to meet you. Howie, without the other A. Are you there?
Ladies.
Howie. Oh.
Hey, hello. What's up, guys?
Hey, Howie. Howie? Am I
Howie.
pronouncing that right? Howie.
Howie.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's right.
Close enough. Okay, do you have any questions you'd like to ask about the Earth, preferably?
Nah, I'm just tuning in, so to see.
Okay, sure. I'll keep you with the VC verified role. Just keep yourself on mute when you're not speaking. If you have any questions or if you'd like us to go over something, just jump in and ask, okay?
Okay.
All right. No
Thank
problem.
you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Was there someone else there that had a question? Joe Jace?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yep.
So, what are you cooking up for us tonight? Should you be in the kitchen?
Oh, I'm going to take great pleasure with you. You, sir, are server muted alongside your VC verified getting taken away from you. Alongside you having a space harpies role, space criminal, space AIDS, space turd, weaponized autist. Oof, what else can we give you?
Dumbass.
Not here. Not here to learn. Tag. Secret king.
Secret king. There you go.
Secret king. That's you.
What does Secret King mean?
It means you think you're respectable.
Matthew, you should know you got one.
Well, I don't know how I got one. That's why I was asking it. I noticed it appear like 2 months ago.
Wow, that was actually the first time I experienced somebody getting mad because Bambi was smarter than them. Like, he really got his feelings right there.
I know, right? He was,
What is
I'm not even going to server ban him. He can sit in
I
here
have
and
it.
get punished by listening.
Jesus. Well, carry on.
Somehow I got Secret King.
It's like, what are
If
you
you
doing
talk
with your
to
head in the
Witsit-
books? Get in the kitchen, man.
If you talk to Witsit, you're most likely going to get a secret king role.
You can also
90%
just be
chance.
smart and put it into Urban Dictionary and figure it out. It's not that difficult.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Wait, so Bambi,
Hello.
hello. No, I just wanted to ask.
Choose your words wisely.
Oh, I forgot. Like before, when like 30 minutes ago, we were talking about the space, the container. Because then they just cut me off. I just wanted to ask you, what do you think like the container is, maybe, or if
I
there
don't
is
know what
one?
it is. I just know that it has to be something because that's what the laws of physics are. So to have gas pressure, you need something physical, a containment of sort, the walls of a container. So I don't know what it is. I just know that
Okay.
there has to be one using science. Is that all?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Let's see who else we got in here.
Hey, Bambi. You did a good
Hey, Earl.
job there. There should be a space rabies one.
Yeah. We have Rydor, your VC verified. How you doing, bud? Got any questions you'd like to... Oh, what? He left.
They're too scared, Bambi. It's okay.
I didn't know what was that mean.
I think there should be a Bambi fear row.
Yeah, anyone that just runs from me.
A fear of Bambi or Bambi fear? Yeah.
Honestly, nothing fears me at this point. I was out with the owls today, and I had a buzzard, which is a big fucking hawk, a bird of prey, clamp its talons were in my hand. I've cut up on my hand, and I can't move one of my fingers. Damage the nerves.
Wow.
Yeah, he clamped her talons into my hand, and my first two fingers on my right hand. She's damaged them greatly.
Damn. Yeah, that sounds. They're vicious, man. People don't realize how vicious they are, but they're vicious. Yeah, we need a Bambi phobia row.
Bambi phobia.
Not her
Okay, wait.
gaming fingers.
No, my exact. It's okay. My thumb's still fine.
You have
Sorry,
a
the
very
Azure.
questionable, relationship with the animals. First the horse, now owls.
Honestly,
Kinda scared
I
of
love
them.
them, but I don't think they like me. I'll show you. Hold on, this is my. So she went for both arms. So this is my left one. I got like bruises and scratches on it already. It should only happen a couple hours ago.
Dang.
I know.
What doesn't kill you, Bambi, will make you tougher.
Yeah, that's why the Globers run from me. Because I've had a lot of things trying to kill me, including a ram. I got hit by a ram, crushed by a horse, attacked by a Harris hawk. I got mantled and preyed on by an owl. I've had plenty of animals trying to kill me, so Globers ain't doing shit.
Is this like a Scottish thing? Is Scotland very
Oh yeah, we're savage up
wild?
here. We run
Yeah.
barefoot.
Overran by animals.
Yeah, basically. I mean, you think animals are tough over there? You should meet Scottish animals. Holy hell!
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Azur's back. He had a question he wanted to ask. All right, Azur.
Yes.
What's the question?
Okay. So the ice walls. Could you explain the ice walls which surround the Earth? I don't know what's behind them.
Ice walls. Okay, ice walls sounds stupid, so it's not.
Wherever they are.
So you know how we have glacier ice caps, like ice shells. That's what they're called. You know how we have ice shells. That is basically what is around the Earth. So when you go south from any location, you hit Antarctica, and that's just a fact. You go south from any location, on the bottom of a ball is Antarctica. And that's just the same for a flat Earth. It's around the outside. You go south from any location when you're using north in the center. You go out south from any location, you hit Antarctica. You hit the ice shelves.
So that's the proof for why, or like how it surrounds the whole Earth.
I mean,
Basically.
No, that's just the reason behind it. Like, if you go south from any location, it's just a fact that you hit Antarctica. Like, that's just a fact.
And do you guys have any like theories or ideas of what might be behind them? Or is
It's
it
not
just
as if it's not like the Great Wall of China. There's no like one people on one side and hills on the other. It's not a fucking wall.
okay? So if it's a wall,
It's Antarctica. It's not a wall. It's Antarctica.
yeah, but
Like, it just
listen.
goes off into
So the map shows this wall, right? Or am I
What
wrong?
map? What map?
Well, flat Earth, traditional flat Earth map, right?
We've
Am
not
I wrong?
provided you with the map.
Additional.
No, listen. So this flat Earth map, even shown in the profile pic of the live stream or voice channel and the profile pic of the server, has this kind of white ring. You can assume that's Antarctica, or like the Arctic, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you saying that there's a point to if we were to walk? Yeah, the edge.
Okay, great.
Let's go.
No, we can't have an infinite profile picture on this server, can we? We cannot have an infinite or however long we want it to be profile picture. So that's just a rough idea of what it could potentially be. It is not a map. Not a map. It is just what it could potentially be. So you get on top of Antarctica, which is you can't actually do. We can't go and freely explore Antarctica. There's the Antarctic Treaty, so you need permissions, you need legal documents, you need loads of things. You're not allowed to bring petrol, you're not allowed to bring sled dogs, you're not allowed to bring over a certain amount of food. Like, they prevent you from going and exploring Antarctica. There has been people who have. So Admiral Byrd, you can look up, who went and discovered landmass bigger than America, which wouldn't be possible on a ball. So Antarctica, you can't go to prove that it is not just bigger than they say, because you can't go there.
Yeah, but there's reasoning behind that. It isn't just like out of just a sheer reason of guarding us from facts.
Yeah, they say it's a treacherous point.
Yeah, it's because there's a lot of geopolitical issues associated with it.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of the longest going treaties. Look at all the people we have in power right now. We've got Donald Trump, soon to be Biden. We have Boris Johnson for the UK, Vladimir Putin, fucking Kim Jong-un, whatever the hell that guy's name is. We have all of these narcissistic and powerful leaders
We have a
Who
diorama.
have broken treaties in the past, do you not think if they were using this for minerals, science, things that one country would need to excel over the others, do you not think people like Kim Jong-un would have broke this treaty apart and stole it all for themselves? Because that's what humans have done throughout history. Why is this the longest going treaty?
Because we're in a period where any war would be detrimental to a country like North Korea, which has nuclear weapons, and they'd have to be like they'd be violating a treaty that against Russia, who's an ally of theirs, also having nuclear weapons, and it would.
Yeah, not at this exact current time, but even in the past, like it's a really long-standing treaty. No one's ever tried to step out a lane.
It's a dangerous area to go to. It's the Antarctic. Conditions are so cold. It's what? How's that an excuse?
It's so cold, so people are not gonna like do what humans have done throughout the whole of history.
Okay. When was the treaty made?
I don't know the exact date, but I can Google it for you. I don't know off the top of my head.
I think 1950 something or 50.
Is it?
Yeah, 1950s. Nuclear weapons were used in the Second World War, 1945. So they've had nuclear weapons since then. So it's unwise to go to war over a cold piece of land in this, like, on the poles.
For all the minerals and stuff that they say they get out of it, all the science, all the things that would excel a country above others, it's not worth it. It's not just a cold chunk of land.
It's not worth it if your entire country's gone.
Could be oils, there could be literally anything that could, throughout time, people being possessive over oils, like China, whatever. That's just how it is. How people are.
Is it logical to think that here, where we are, right, where the different nations are, that they cannot get along and there's always wars, but yet when it comes to Antarctica, then they can all finally get along and agree? I mean, is that even a logical conclusion?
Well, yes.
Think about that for a minute. So, what is it? Is it the people then, or is it the governments that can't get along? Are the people, because they're usually the casualties of war, but it's only right here where the people are that they're at war with one another, allegedly, right? But when you go to Antarctica where the people are not, and it's only the governments, then they get along. Does that even make any sense to you?
Yeah.
No. So you trust your government?
No. When did I? Well, what do you mean by trust?
Nope, you already answered it.
What do you do? What do you mean by trust?
Even questioning trust. The fact that you're questioning the word trust answers the question.
I know, but okay, I take their word for in certain issues, but other issues I will not.
So why would you believe them on one thing? Are you the type of person that if you were married to someone and they cheated on you 42 times, you'd go back to them and say they're not going to do it again? That's fine.
How's that analogy relevant at all?
So if they lie to you once, twice, 3 times a lady, are you just going to go back for another lie? But it's okay because I like this one and I'm going to believe this one. That they're not going to do it again. Or they're not going to do it this time. How's it different? They've lied to you once, twice, 3 times. But they're not going to lie to you about this one thing because you want to hold it close to your chest and refuse to believe that that's also a lie.
But because that's a relationship and that's a government, so...
Yeah, they're not really comparable.
No, but...
Whole different thing.
The lies are... The lies and manipulation that comes from a bad relationship is the same like you've got with the government.
Well, in a government, there can be logic behind hiding truth because it might spark riots and it might endanger people's lives. And that's fine. But
in a relationship, you might hide things for other reasons.
Yeah, you use the example of cheating. There's no logical reason to cheat.
You never know. You could be getting manipulated. I don't know.
Wait,
but
hold
the
on,
point
hold on.
stands. You trust. Go on.
Sorry, Bambi. The point is that there is a treaty and you can't go past a certain place. So regardless of what their reasoning for that is, we can't go to Antarctica to explore by ourselves. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so then for the question of like what is at the edge, what's beyond it, whatever, we don't know. Because we can't go there.
Okay. What's your point?
That was the point to the initial question. That was the answer to the initial question that was at hand here about the Antarctica and unable to go.
Can I ask, like, what you believe in? What do you think is at the edge?
Don't know. I'm not willing to make that call. I mean, it could be an infinite plane. It could be many things. I don't know what I believe in. But in that sense, I believe that we need to have a container of sorts. So I assume that there's got to be a part where the container meets the ground. Like, I think. Don't know. There would have to be, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can I unmute Darth because he's complaining too much.
I don't know why he was muted.
chance. There you go, Darth. Make your point.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask. It's sort of what they just asked before. It was like I was just gonna ask, like, what do you actually like believe in? Like, what's your like belief? But like, you kind of already answered that.
Well, flat Earth is an observation. It's just something that we all observe and see. So when people say flat Earth is a belief, that kind of annoys me because I don't believe in it. I observe it to be true. Just like you do. You just haven't quite come to that term yet. I believe in a creator. That's the belief side of it for me. I know there has to be a container of sort. That's the science part. And that's about it. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, the main point is the flat Earth in itself is not a belief. It's measured flat. It's used as flat, and so if like Bambi said, a creator.
It's a belief.
I just said this.
The same as when like me, that I think the Earth is a ball. It's a belief.
No,
why can't also why?
If you had listened to what I was saying, it's measured flat. There's no measurement of curvature. There's no measurement of spin. And as Bambi has been explaining for multiple minutes, there isn't space as a vacuum cannot exist, and you haven't proven that yet with any experiment, demonstration, or anything. You're just spouting what they've been teaching you in school.
And the thing is, ours isn't a belief. Like I said, it is an observation. You're going against anything we observe and we feel. What I'm saying is what you... Listen to me carefully. Don't speak over me, please. What I'm saying is what you observe and see. I'm going to mute you until I'm finished talking or until I feel like unmuting you. What I'm saying is what you see, feel, is what it is. The burden of proof is on you. You're saying what we see and feel is wrong because we're spinning and we're on a ball. But you can't see that. You can't feel it. You can't measure it. Either way, curvature or rotation. So the burden of proof is on you. You have a belief. I have an observation. It's on you, bud.
No.
Well, I'm glad you admit. Yeah, I'm glad you admitted that the ball is a belief, and that's what we're trying to get you guys to understand.
Yeah, also yours is a belief.
No, there is no.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what you said because it's a belief. Because it's not.
Yeah, we know you don't care. You're not even listening, so it doesn't matter to us. But the point is, the ball is a belief. The Earth is measured flat. We have experiments behind it. You don't. You just keep talking about gravity without any demonstration. Unless you have any proof that the Earth is a ball, we'll like to listen. We have given you the floor to listen to how the Earth is a ball, and you have yet to demonstrate that.
Mm-hmm. You don't just believe that you see a level horizon. You observe and you know that the horizon is level. You don't just believe when you're in an airplane it rises to your eye level. You know when you go in an airplane the horizon rises to your eye level. You know if you were to hover a helicopter, the Earth wouldn't spin underneath it. The helicopter would stay in place. That is a known thing. The Earth is flat and stationary. From what you observe, you have to be told otherwise. And the only evidence you've got is things that you can't verify, like pictures from space, or word of people who have been to space. Things that are not verifiable. So you have the burden of proof yet again, because I'm saying what it is what it is. Flat and stationary. I don't have a belief, I have an observation, one that you see as well.
I have a question.
Sure.
You just said like when you go on top with a helicopter, the Earth doesn't spin below you, right?
Yep.
But wouldn't the Earth's momentum take you? Like, wouldn't it carry you with it?
So you're saying that the helicopter should move with the spin of the Earth?
Yeah.
So it's elevated off the ground and then it's going to spin with it? Okay, that would have to mean that Earth is a closed system. Like in a car, how a fly can hover. Is Earth a closed or open system? Because if it's closed, then there would need to be a container to seal it. That's the closed thing. If it's an open system, then your helicopter will stay still and your Earth will spin underneath it.
No, like what I'm saying is the momentum of the Earth.
I'm not getting what you're saying, I'm sorry. You might be being dumb.
I'm saying the momentum of the Earth spinning.
Uh-huh. And what's that gonna do?
It's gonna take you along with it, because that's why when people jump from the helicopter, the Earth stays the same. It doesn't just spin. You can't see it spinning because of the momentum.
I think he's trying to say that you don't feel the spin because you're like the drag of the atmosphere or whatever they say. You're moving with the Earth. Is that what you're trying to say?
I was gonna say it.
Who's talking?
But that would mean it would have to be a closed system. It's bomb something, I think.
Oh, my bad. I totally muted him because I thought he was hot micing. I'm
He
sorry.
was the hot making one too. But
Yeah, exactly. The drag of the drag, exactly, because I wasn't finding the right word.
Wait, isn't this male?
No, this is... I don't know.
This is a male. He came back with another alt.
No, this person's been in here, I think.
No, I just came in here.
Yeah, he hasn't been in here. This is male. He got banned for being rude. Anyway, continue.
Who's male?
Not you.
No, I'm pretty sure this is him.
You-
Anyway,
No, yeah, it probably is. So you're saying that you should be spinning with it?
Yeah, because of the drag.
That... Oh my god. Now how do you prove that we are spinning with it? How do you prove the drag?
You mean how do we prove that the Earth spins?
No, how do you prove that we're spinning? Well, yeah, pretty much, and that we're spinning with it.
The reason why we're spinning with it is because of momentum. It's experimented science.
How do you prove it? Uh-huh.
Go
What
to
do you do to
like
prove that we're
go to,
spinning
like,
with the Earth?
If you go on the back of a truck and you throw a ball, the ball just won't just fall behind you. You'll still catch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's an.
Wait, what was that? You're at the back of a truck, you throw the ball?
If you throw a ball in the air, you can still catch it. It won't just go away.
And it's a closed system. So, like, if there's a fly in a car flying around, it's
No,
not
I'm
gonna,
saying
like,
on the back of the
slam
truck.
into the front.
And it isn't a closed space. It's still the back of a truck.
So you're saying if you're driving in a truck and you throw a ball up in the air...
you know those trucks where you can like stay
Yeah,
on-
with flatbeds.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, but if I throw a ball up in a flatbed when I'm driving, I'm pretty sure it's gonna catch the wind and not land where I threw it up.
Try it.
So, like, you throw a ball up in the air, it's not gonna land where you are when you're driving. If you're driving at 40 miles an hour, it's gonna get caught by wind, or you're gonna... Yeah, no.
Try it.
What?
Dude.
What? This
Yeah,
proves
how
Earth
about you
spin?
jump from one flatbed truck to another and see how that works for you going at 100 miles an hour. And videotape it and send it to us. That'd prove a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Don't worry.
Alright, great. See you then. I'll keep you muted till then.
What?
Sorry.
Why?
It was
I'm
just.
providing evidence. Why would you mute evidence?
You're
Because you're
not.
insecure?
You're not. Evidence for you're not proving anything
proving-
here. You're
I'm
talking about
proving-
throwing a ball.
Bro, I'm proving an experiment that you can do, and you're just laughing. That hurts my feelings as well.
Because that doesn't prove
Oh,
anything. You don't know what you're talking about.
No, exactly, Bambi. Do you know what the Coriolis effect is? Can you explain that to us, please?
Yeah. It's when on the tips of the earth, wind goes one way, and near the center it goes the other way. It goes to the west. Sorry, yeah, the west. Because of the spin of the earth.
And so you think that somehow all these gas particles and stuff are in lockstep with the spin of the earth, and that if you have a helicopter and the helicopter hovers for an hour, it's going to land in a different spot. That's what you're saying.
No, it's gonna land in the same spot.
So it's a closed system.
But it's no, that's not going to happen, dude. I mean, it is going to land in the same spot.
Go to a helicopter and try it,
It's
please.
going to land in the same spot, but not because we're spinning and everything around us is spinning at the same speed and everything. Particles and gases do not do that. It has never been proven, and you cannot demonstrate that. Okay? Sorry. No.
I just showed you how to demonstrate it, but okay.
No, okay, so there's actually a thing called the Foucault pendulum. Sorry, Lilica.
No, go for it.
So there's actually a thing that they say is an experiment to prove Earth spin. You could have said that, which is the Foucault pendulum. Have you ever heard of that?
No, that's why I didn't say it. Sorry, I don't know that.
Okay, that's alright. So basically, you set a ball in motion and it'll move, I think, 0.2 degrees every minute, and it's supposed to be proof of Earth spinning under it. But it isn't really. Okay, hold on. Let me find the link for you because it's from a .org plus math page. 1 second. Foucault pendulum. I don't really know why I'm explaining to this if you've never heard it, but this is something that you should probably look into. Foucault pendulum. Okay, so there we go. Once set in motion, its direction of swing. Oh, I was right. Okay, direction of swing will rotate at about 0.2 degrees every minute. But in fact, if it isn't really the pendulum rotating, the pendulum is swinging back and forth in the exact same direction. It is the Earth which is rotating underneath the pendulum, making it appear that the pendulum is in fact changing direction. Appear. Emphasis on appear. The Earth should spin underneath it. So the Earth should be spinning under a helicopter. And it don't.
But it does.
But
so the Earth spins under a helicopter?
The fact that you said
The Earth always spins. It doesn't matter if it's a helicopter.
The fact that you said it lands at the same spot, how does that prove spin? I'm still confused. If it's landing on the same spot, that means it didn't move.
No, you're saying it spins underneath it.
Yeah, it does.
How? Okay, prove that. How does it spin underneath the ground?
Because of
I'm
momentum.
sorry, underneath the helicopter.
Because of momentum. I just said it.
Yeah, you're saying a lot of things. I'm asking you how, if the helicopter is hovering and it lands on the same spot, it's because the Earth is not moving.
No. We could go on and on and on. I'll still say no because it's a fact.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm asking is, can you tell me, or like, can you give me the rationale behind it on how that proves the Earth's spin?
Oh, so you want me to prove the Earth spin?
Isn't that what you're trying to do, bro? Like,
no, I was trying to explain momentum and how the helicopter stays in the same place.
Yeah, because the Earth doesn't spin there.
It does spin there.
Okay, if you're saying it does spin, prove the spin.
Momentum.
All right,
This
bro,
is a
I'm
vicious
done.
circle that you.
I'm done. I can't.
You don't know what you're talking about. That's the end of that.
All right. Let's move
And
on.
I just proved how you can experiment momentum.
Yeah, I have a question.
What's your question, sweetheart?
So, can you explain how there are the different seasons at Earth? Because if the Earth was a globe, it would make sense that the sun rays, which are basically perfectly parallel, would strike the Earth at different angles during different parts of the year. This would mean that there will be different seasons. Whereas if the Earth was flat, the sun rays would just hit at the same angle, meaning like all different countries and different locations would all experience the same seasons, but it doesn't.
If you look in the text chat, I'll help you out. So the sun moves out to the Tropic of Capricorn and to the equator to the Tropic of Cancer, creating seasons. Does that help?
Where is
Longer days. Live stream voice text. It's gonna get spammed away pretty quickly.
Oh.
40 minutes past the hour.
Alright.
Yep. Longer days, shorter days when it's at the equator and the Tropic of Capricorn. So it's just the same, but on a flat Earth.
Wait, if the
Without
sun
moving
was
around
on
it,
the
it's moving above us.
sorry, if the sun was on the Tropic of Cancer, it would have to move quicker to achieve a day, which is proven to be. It can be.
Okay, how?
Because the sun would have to move. It would have to move slower on a smaller circle and quicker on a bigger circle
How come?
to complete a day.
Yeah, but you have shorter days, don't you?
I think he means like it'd have to go faster on the bigger circle, otherwise the days would be like a lot longer, and they have to go a lot shorter on small circles, otherwise they'd be a lot shorter.
I'm sorry, can you say that again? Am I confusing myself here? You're saying that okay, oh right, yeah. So to create the shorter and longer days. Oh yeah, because the circles are smaller. Yeah, well, I mean, your daytime daylight saving shit is going to be affected, your hours of the day. And I mean, wait, Lilica, what are you trying to find?
Oh, sorry. I was trying to find the other memes for the seasons, but I guess I don't know the compilation of it. There was like other things for the seasons.
He's talking about the circumference, the pathway of the sun. On a flat Earth, it would be a bigger circumference in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, and I think you understand what I'm saying, but you just don't want to address it.
No, okay. I don't actually.
Yeah,
so you should
because it wouldn't be consistent with what you're saying.
Wait, what do you mean? What is she saying? What are you saying? Or
that's what I'm confused about.
She showed you the seasons part, right?
Yeah. So explain.
And then look at Chris M posted it. I'm gonna repost it again. That's what I was trying to find.
Bro, this picture is so blurry. I can't even wait. What is? I can't even.
If you can open the original and zoom in.
Are you saying it doesn't change?
Oh, okay. Wait, let me look at this. Hold up.
There were more, but I don't know the bots code thing for the
Watch the video, Boomer.
Yeah, that'll help you. So, I'm sorry. Are you saying we don't get shorter and longer days?
Why would you insult me for no reason? I have done nothing.
No,
I'm so confused.
Sorry, ignore. Are you saying that we don't get shorter and longer days?
You're the one spiraling, but okay.
What?
No, I'm asking you a question. You're confusing me with what you're saying. Are you saying that we don't have longer days in the summer and shorter days in the winter? That's why I'm confused. You're saying that we should have it should move faster, creating longer and shorter days. Are you saying that we don't have that?
In the Tropic of Capricorn, the sun would have to move faster to complete a full day.
I agree with Boom Basher 233.
How do you? What?
Why would it?
No.
Why would it? Because if it moved at the same speed as it moves on the equator, it wouldn't complete a full day. Because the circumference of the Tropic of Capricorn in your map is bigger. Easy peasy.
Let me look at it 1 second.
I know this is ladies' night, but you guys mind if I chime in and help out?
Yeah, go on, because I don't think I'm understanding what he's saying.
I'm sorry. I have to mute all the FE guys because they're all popping in, so I'm sorry. This is ladies' night.
No, I said
we can. Oh.
Because I'm not under. I think I'm misunderstanding what he's saying. The length of the days.
He's away. It's a flat earther, though.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I'm saying. He can explain it because I don't think I'm understanding what he's saying.
He's saying that the sun would be moving faster, which is true because if you think of it as like a clock, the center of the clock is always spinning at the same speed. But,
and the outside's moving quicker.
Outside of the hand would be going faster. Okay. So sunsets actually do in the south set a lot faster.
Oh, so yeah, it's about the longer and shorter days. Yeah, it would be spinning quicker to create a long. That's what it is. That's what. That's why I'm asking him. Are you saying that it doesn't do that? Guy, Bash person, whatever your name was.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yeah, you're saying that we don't have longer and shorter days because the sun does.
No,
get quicker as it moves.
We do have longer and shorter days. I'm saying to complete a full day, like 24 hours.
The sun wouldn't be able to move as fast. It moves faster as it's in out.
Yeah, so you're saying like to prove this model correct, you're saying that the sun would have to move faster on the Tropic of Capricorn to complete a full day. I'm saying 24 hours.
It does.
It does?
Are you saying it doesn't? That's how you create shorter and faster days. That's how you create days that are longer in summer and shorter in the winter.
Also, you think that there are days like with 25 hours and with 23 hours?
No, I'm not saying. No. We're talking about day. Like, no. How do we create?
Sun.
Go on.
The amount of time you see the sun, you're talking about how much the sun would be in the sky, right? It's not about the 24-hour day. We're talking about like in the winter time, you see the sun, or here it's all messed up because of daytime savings or whatever, but you see the sun at a shorter amount of time versus during the summertime, you see it in the sky for a longer amount of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so what's the confusion?
Okay, so we're in agreement then. The sun does move faster.
No, I wasn't saying that. And I think you understand.
You just agreed with what she said.
No. I think you understand exactly what I'm saying, but you just don't want to address it properly. You're just
I'm explaining it to you. The sun moves faster. You're saying the sun doesn't move faster?
Yes, the sun moves the same speed every single day. But it's the tilt of the Earth.
So how do you create?
That makes days longer and seasons.
So how do you prove that it is the tilt of the Earth? Because we went over the 3 points earlier on with someone else. I don't think you heard. How do you prove that it's the tilt of the Earth and not just the sun moving faster?
Because we have proven that the sun doesn't move faster.
How?
There is proof.
What is it?
Wait, but I'm still confused. I thought we were in agreement on the days.
We were until.
What is
we are, but he's saying that we're tilting on an axis.
No, we weren't in agreement. Because
we agree that in summer you have the sun for a prolonged period of time than you would in the winter. We agree on that, yeah? Your winter days are shorter. You see the sun for a less amount of time. We're saying that's because the sun is moving faster and slower. So slower in the Tropic of Cancer and faster in the Tropic of Capricorn. That's what we're saying. That's how that works.
That's what
You're asserting that No, that's what we observe. You observe something moving across your sky.
So
you observe it being there for a prolonged... Listen to the words I'm saying and maybe you'll get it. You observe it for a prolonged period of time in the summer and a shorter period of time in the winter. You're asserting that we're spinning on an axis. I'm just telling you what you observe. So you need to show me the proof that you just claimed.
Could you please observe the sun on a summer's day and the sun on a winter's day?
What am I observing? I'm observing them rise and set. They rise later in the winter and they set earlier in the winter. They rise early in the summer and they set late in the summer. What else do you want me to observe?
Yeah, that's precisely.
How does that prove we're spinning on an axis? That could just prove that the sun is moving faster.
No, that proves.
I'm asking you for your proof of us spinning on an axis. How do you prove that we're the ones spinning? All you're doing is observing something moving above your head.
No, what you just said proves.
How does you point up at the sky and you see something move? That's all you're doing there. You're looking at something moving. How do you prove that we're the ones that are spinning and that thing is stationary?
Would it mean that if the sun is longer in the summer, like if it's...
Please explain the answer to my question, because I answered yours. How do you prove that we're the ones spinning around the sun? Because all you observe is it moving above your head.
Day and night.
Day and night? Okay, so you observe something moving above your head.
Yeah, above my head. So then why...
Great, so how do you prove we're the ones spinning around it?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is what you observe is what it is.
Right now.
You see something moving.
I'm going to
You're the one saying that it's stationary. Okay, go.
Yeah. We can all agree that the sun is hot, right?
I mean, I can feel it. Yeah, it feels pretty hot.
So then why when we go up doesn't it feel hotter, but the air is colder?
Dunno. How's that got to do with us spinning?
So basically, because I've heard this, I've been here like for 2 hours. You haven't noticed me. I've been hearing this live stream, and to like 80% of the questions you've been answering, I don't know. So how is this a question?
I'm asking you a question.
All of the questions
because you're making a claim. You're making a claim that you're going against your observations. So you and I both observe the same. You see the sunrise and you see it set, but yet you're assuming that we're spinning underneath it. So prove to me that we spin underneath the sun, or around the sun. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying, how is the air not hotter when you go up if the sun is above us? As you say, if it's so close to us.
Because it's not as if it's like a light. It is still far away. Like, it is still far. You're not.
How far away?
I don't know, dude, but it's far enough that the point you.
Again, you don't know. You don't know anything. But we know. Everyone knows. The sun is.
How do you measure? What is the distance to your sun? What's the distance to the sun?
Can I ask a question?
I don't know precisely. Let me.
So you don't know precisely. So you're stupid. That's okay. We understood that. It's 95 million miles away. And how do you measure the distance to the sun?
We don't feel the heat of the sun because it's close. We feel the radiation, the infrared radiation is what is known as heat, and that's what heats us up. Okay. So it doesn't move far enough so you would even notice the difference. Couldn't even measure the difference.
What?
We don't feel the heat from the sun, dude. It's not like a fire. We're not like right next to it like a fire. It's not like that.
We don't feel the heat from are you serious?
Listen, the light from the sun causes our skin to get hot. Okay? Got it?
What? It causes our skin to get hot?
You know what infrared radiation is?
Yeah. It's
infrared radiation is what causes things to get hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also heat that causes things to get hot as well. That's why
how does the heat of the sun pass through the vacuum?
I don't know. I have no idea because I haven't.
I thought you had answers for everything. You just said you do.
No, I don't have.
Exactly.
Of course, I don't have answers for everything.
That's awkward, isn't it? You don't have answers for everything then, so you just said you
I've come with my research.
Rewind the live stream.
You've just answered I don't know to every single bit of my research.
Because that's the most intellectual thing that you ask questions that I'm not gonna lie to you. Would you like me to lie? The wind that we feel on our face is unicorns farting off the coast of Africa.
I'd like you to tell me your beliefs.
Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna make something. I don't have sure, fuck yeah, I'll make it up for you. I'll make up what I believe. But it's a belief. It's not proof. It's not evidence. And that's what I'm asking you for. You made a claim. And you also said the words proof, by the way, multiple times, that you can prove that we're spinning around the sun. And you've yet to prove that.
I swear you once said in this exact live stream that we are based on facts and not beliefs. But everything you say is, I don't have a fact for that. I don't know. So you're saying this whole Discord server is based on beliefs? Not on facts.
It's based on an observation of the Earth being flat.
That is so disingenuous. You asked her for her belief, and now you're going to say all you're giving is your beliefs. Just stop it, dude. You're embarrassing
He left.
yourself.
He actually left. All right, I'm just gonna give him my. There we go. Sorry, the other person was it. The person I spoke to. Howie.
Yeah. Do you guys believe that the sun is a directional light source, or is it a spherical one?
Just a light source. That's all I observe it to be. I don't really know what it is, to be honest.
But it's a huge difference if it's a directional one or a spherical one.
I mean, the difference that it would make for it being directional would be what?
Well, I'm sorry, can I ask, what does that mean? What do you mean by it? Did I misunderstand directional?
That's
directional light source, like when you are holding a flashlight, it's directional. But spherical one is like.
So he means like alien one.
Got it.
Because if the sun is above you, is it like rotating above you in the narrative that you posted here, in the image you posted here? That if it's a spherical, that means you can see it from every place in the world because we are flat.
All right. Okay. Well, I mean, it could potentially be a ball of gas. It could potentially be whatever. I mean, that doesn't prove what we are. Pointing to something and saying, "Well, that's round. That's a ball." So
unless it's directional, the flat Earth the narrative cannot be true. Because if it's a ball, if it's a spherical one, you can see the sun from everywhere on the Earth. You would not have a night-day cycle.
No, we have that because the sun is a localized light source. It's not 95 million miles away.
It's small and it's close. According to Sextant, it's about 32-ish miles across and no more than 3,000 miles away.
Yeah,
so it's not 95 million miles away, and it's not the size of it.
Yeah, we don't know exactly what it is. Where the light source is. We just know that, like, what we see is the apparent location, and if like Lemon was saying, if it's small and if it's closer, it is possible to have a day and night cycle with it.
So can you please repeat the distance that you said? 24 or 34 miles?
That's just speculative. We don't know the actual distance to it.
Okay.
But we know it's not, 93 million miles away? Unless you can tell me how they measure that.
I'm just here to learn. I'm not gonna tell anything.
You're not gonna what?
I'm just inquiring of what the beliefs is.
So what do you think the shape of the Earth is?
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
All right then. Anyone else in here want to ask a question? What else do we have? Flat Earther.
Did that guy leave? I was away for a second.
Yeah.
Oh.
He did. Well, does Wolf. You got VC verified. If you want to ask a question, go ahead. Why is the vortex bot in here, Andio?
What is that?
The vortex. Or is that a person? No, it's not. It's the actual bot.
It's bot.
Is it supposed to be in here?
I don't know what it does, so I don't know. Wait, where's my
I don't know.
music bot? Oh. Okay.
Huh. I've never seen the vortex bot in here.
Hey, Bambi, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like the globe model more if it played bagpipes?
No. It's just the big old space ball sack. Alright, nothing gonna make me like it any more than I already do, which is very little.
Oh, Red for Bear is here. Hi.
Oh. Hey, Red for Bear.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Pretty good. We've had some lively ones.
I know, I missed it. I just, I forgot it was ladies' night. I just popped on a few minutes ago.
Oh, it's been interesting. It's quieting down now, though. I was only supposed to be here for an hour. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up for work.
What time is it where you are?
Midnight.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta get up for work in 7 hours. But it seems to be quieting down now.
That's too bad. I always seem to come in at that time.
I could play some tunes until...
We have a crypto song, which I've already had the pleasure of hearing.
I did too, and I was waiting for him to finalize and send me the last bit of it, but...
Oh, we can play the other ones if he's not sent it yet.
Yeah, he was here earlier, but I guess... Wait, is he in here right now? Oh, no, he's not. Alright, I'll just play one since I haven't played any. I'll play the Why Would They Lie. Alright, this is Why Would They Lie by MIDI, Elijah, aka Anomalous, Chocolate Saiyan, Witsit, D-Boy, OG, Chemo, and did I miss anybody else?
There's so many of them.
Yeah. I don't want to miss anybody. Anyway, here we go. Oops, sorry guys. Wrong. There we go.
Why would they lie? 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 Why would they lie?
I know you've been hating this, but how about that radius? Huh? What is he saying though? Broken geometry. Okay. I just pointed out. Now you're at hominy. Went to your mommy B. Trucking and driving. Globers be wildin'. They went out of style. 8 inches per mile squared. Never been measured out in the wild. Why would they lie? That's what they cry when it just can't be denied. Defending the government, slave till you die. You ain't got no reply.
That stuff is flat.
Who told you that? Like I can't trust my eyes? There ain't no curvature, and the swan is black. But nice try.
Why would they lie? 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 Why would they lie?
What you go flat? Matter of fact, you never go back. You never go back.
Why would they lie? Why would they lie? Why would you ask such a question? Coming here crying to ask why they're lying? Dude, may I make a suggestion? It seems to me in your mind that you could use some introspection. Instead of advancing your thinking, you're headed straight to a sad state of regression. People keep thinking it's our job to find them the model that they've been requesting. Meanwhile, they're walking around every day in the world never ever suspecting that the very own senses a human possesses have never attested. Something that's absolutely and completely reversed to the world manifested. How can you think that a person like me could take someone like you even serious? Why would they lie? Why would they lie? Bro, are you fucking delirious? How can we even engage in a true conversation if we can't surpass this? I'm gonna need you and your little fundy friends to pull their heads out their asses. Why would they lie? Are you fucking high? You really gotta be kidding me. The world that you've known, all on its own, has been nice and flat since the beginning, see? No 8-inch per mile square, that's why y'all scared to have this become mainstream. So as a result, we transform into nightmares, waking folks from the daydream. So proceed to ask why they are lying without verifying your story. And at the end of the day, maybe all I can say is that y'all fucking bore me. Why would they lie? Can't even deny. You're sounding just like a baby. Maybe a hero is all that you need. Maybe yell somebody save me.
Global abortion, all applauding. Cheers, big heads, small, enormous. From cradle to grave shall be like tortoise. NASA tower lies every day is exhausted. Nothing more boring than the stream they recorded. Yeah, that looks real, is that a joker talking? Composite mind nuts is not a bore you foreskin. Ignoring, distorting the facts with their stories. Entering your mind irrespective of warrant. To stay levels curve we expect from a zealot. Spherical excess, now we don't want it. Delusional puppet digesting the stomach. Without any warning, hick on the shoremen. Are you a moron and not that important? Similar to Karen, always reporting. Endorsing the fraud and effects without cause. Manifest force from a pseudo source. Reversing the curse of what you've been taught. They've been rehearsing the dirt, but they still fall short. Imaginary planetary alignment coincide with space warp. Astronauts monetary paid for. Submerging the water what they claim that they orb. It's a circus, clown circle in the globe. Why would they lie? Obvious the creator. If the glove don't fit and the earth don't turn, that's a whole lot of that they have to earn with the horizon swan. We eliminate the curve. All our eyes are on only what we can observe. Global lies are wrong, what they're hiding flatter. Keep my spies life on hide for the research. You rely upon priest and pirate like a bird. With your lying God, preach religion like a church. How should they die? How should they die? Why would they lie? Why would they lie?
Why would they lie? Why would they try? I got the math and science on my side. I'm running circles, it's easy as pie. Your reification is all falsified. The education is all just a lie. No need to replace it. All I need is you to face it. All I got is time and you just wasted. This is a gift staring you in the faces. Where you gonna get the truth from? If not from us, then who you dum-dum? Made the bed of your demise and chose to sleep to count the sheep since 9 to 1-1. Never been a fight, a fact of life, a choice of wrong and right that I would never run from. State the truth, defend the youth and stop the coup. It's just a job that got to get done. Why would they lie? Why would they lie? Why would they lie? Santa was real, the fairy was real. Why mama lie? My brother died, healthcare was bad. Why mama cried? The system is broke, your son is woke. I'm setting this shit on fire. Why would they lie? 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 Why would they lie?
Why would they not? The plot and derive by watching the sky and they know it's a clock. They picking both sides and listen with lies. The people pretend that they pick who they got. The people divide and then they disguise and now they're devising a plot. You ask why they lying from behind closed eyelids. You disguising an iris that's lifeless. You're denialist, but this lie is why you're a nihilist. Guess you're lying for the pride then. They enticing the brightest to get deprived in contrived confinement. Lie about what the meaning of life is. Get a degree in a 9 to 5 shift. Only way that you'll survive this. What's that mean? They have to bribe them. Yeah, it's tragic. Their only tactic when the model under attack is asking where a map is. If they lied about the earth, what you even asking? Weaving past them, leaving blasting. Everything you believe is backwards. A cult belief is it matters. You you believe what masses, massive incoherent magnets have a weak attraction. That's electrostatics. They always invert it backwards. Wonder what's the verdict, pastors? Religious zealots preaching, talking past us. Sent a blitz right up the middle. Who can block the fastest? Falsify the radius. You cannot walk right past it. Yeah, they truly think they got the masses, but God's got the backing, so they can't stop what happens.
Why would they lie? 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 Oh gee. Why would they lie? I tell you why. They don't want to see you survive. They don't want to see you get live. Love on your queen till you have you some kids and provide. They don't want to see you revive. Take an L, then come back harder than ever besides. Packing that hammer on side. I cannot help it, bro. Second Amendment on mine. They won't label you a felon. That way you can't get your hands on protection. That way they come in and fake an election. If they want Caesar assets, you can't stop or arrest them. That way the hood is simply a reflection of the design that they predestined. If you don't like it, they pop off your top like your last name was Kennedy in Dallas, Texas.
Alrighty. That was Why Would They Lie?
Beautiful.
I can't get tired of that song every time I hear it. And I've heard it so many times.
I agree. But I am going to have to head to bed now. Got to get up early.
Alright. Well, thank you for staying and flat smacking. Appreciate it.
Of course. Hope everyone has a good night. You guys enjoy the rest of ladies' night. And I'll speak to you all tomorrow.
Good job, Bambi, handling that clown.
Oh, yeah, he was a bit of a twat. Alright, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Good night.
Night. Alright, well, let's see who's come in so far. Okay, still here. Truth is here, but not here. Red for Bear, and I guess just that's... Oh, Rio came in. What's up, Rio?
Morning.
Morning.
So, any Globers want us to do their thinking for them?
Well, there is R6T60. Ra, I'm going to unmute you. Got control of your mic if you want to talk. Ra 6T60.
Morning, Ra.
Let me try to give him a... Oh, there you go. Ra, can you talk? Or not? Okay. Well, if you want to talk, just ping us, or you need to go to the VC check-in to get verified. Who else is here?
Wish we could play some clips.
Clips?
Yeah, I wish we could play some clips when there's a quiet spell. Like what the clips from Miggy, you know? In Quantum Eraser during the quiet spells.
Yeah, let me see. Dang. Does anybody have the little snippets of Quantum? You can DM it to me so I can play it. Oh, another person here until then. What you gonna do, boy? with these people. All right, let me unmute you. What you gonna do, boy? Got control of your mic.
You gave me control.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. What brings you here?
A flat Earth.
Okay. What do you think the shape of the Earth is?
I think it's flat.
Oh, okay. Why do you think that?
Because NASA is lying to us.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, if I find it really weird that you can observe things that are supposed to be hidden beneath the curvature.
True. Okay. And any other thing? Give me a third.
I mean, there's a lot of things. You could keep talking about it, right?
Yeah. But what was it that convinced you was flat? Like the most convincing part?
I would say that you can see things that are supposed to be hidden, and then also the fact that when you observe the sun for like a speeded up, you see it's actually moving towards you and away from you, and it's like hovering above you.
Mm. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, welcome. How long have you been looking into flat Earth?
Like 2017, I think.
Nice. And is this your first time here in this server?
No, I've been in here sometimes.
Okay. Okay, cool, man. Well, do you have any specific questions about flat Earth that you haven't heard of or you've been questioning or anything?
Nah, so I got some questions like, okay, so what got you into it? I see the cross there, so yeah, I know the Bible quotations about it, right? But anything besides that?
Oh, me specifically, I just one day the flat Earth from Rob Skiba video came on YouTube, and I looked at it, and I was already into the Bible, so it all made sense. And I was just like, dang, the Earth is flat. And that was it.
That was it?
Yep.
Like...
After that, I started looking into the proofs for it and the science behind it, but it was initially just from the Bible perspective.
So you didn't feel like crazy the first week or anything like that?
No, actually, everything made more sense. Like I felt crazy before thinking about the globe, and then afterwards it was like, that's what was missing.
Oh, okay. Well, I felt fucking crazy the first few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it does mess with your reality, right?
I almost threw up, actually. I almost threw up when I finally went out to the beach and looked at it for myself. And the blinders had been lifted. So, shit, it's flat. And I wasn't completely convinced yet. I still had to go look at the sciences. So I said, so what about the moon landing? So I looked into the temperatures of all the atmosphere conditions, and then look at the melting points of the materials we have here on Earth. The truth is, we don't have any material that can withstand that height and that heat for that long. So there, I was convinced from the sciences alone, there's no way we could have gone up there. And to say that you took a film of people jumping on the moon, the film would have combusted even before it reached that height.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people have different paths or journeys to how they came to the flat earth. So, if you stick around, ask a few people, you'll get different answers. I do see we have Carla in the house. What's up, girl? Maybe can't talk. All right. So any other thing? What you gonna do, boy? Any other questions you may have?
I already got an answer for myself, but I still want to ask you, why do you think that they lie about it?
You want to go, Sweet? I'll go after you.
Yeah, sure. Again, this is a question that's, it's individualized, I think, depending on how you came to it. But for me personally, I think it's to hide a creator. Again, with the Earth being flat, it's hard to say you came out of nothing by accident, from the Big Bang or whatever. And you have to have a creator for the flat earth. And if people realize that, then they'll know there is a creator. And when you don't have a creator, you have to have another substitute to be your higher power, right? So usually it's the government, and that's how they get control of people. But yeah, mainly it's to hide a creator. Go ahead, Rio.
Okay, for me, why did they lie? Simple answer is because they can, they did, and they do. That's as easy as it is for me. They can, they did, and they do. And the worst part of it is they want you to lie to yourself too. The minute you accept their explanation for everything and try to look for a possibility that they may be right, in face of all this overwhelming reality that we see here, you're screwed. You've put yourself in a prison in your mind. That's how I see things.
So for you, you don't even need a motivation for the lie.
Who knows what that motivation is? But for me, if I see somebody lying to me, am I going to trust that person again? No, I'm going to start from the very beginning, going to scrap my head, and I'm going to check out which things are correct and which things don't line up.
Why do you think that a serial killer murders people?
That's beside the point. I just know somebody was murdered. Do I have to look for a motive?
No. I'm asking him. The point I'm trying to make is the serial killer just murders people because they're evil. They just hide the globe. They hide the flat earth because they're evil. It's just because they're evil.
Oh, Orion, you're talking to who?
He's talking to me.
Okay.
Guy. I could ask you, why does a serial killer murder people? What's your answer to that?
Well, there would be different reasons, right? But you would just say that it all ends up in some evil desire, right?
Yeah, I'm just pointing out that, It's an individual that's hell bent on doing wrong at all costs, and there's no reasoning with them. Is my point. Whether it's one thing or another thing.
Can I bring a sign up? If you don't know the motive on why the serial killer killed somebody, are all his victims still dead, or are they alive because you don't know why he did it?
Yeah,
because you guys, hold on, let me finish this. It's funny to me because you guys come in here and ask like, if we don't know why they lie, oh, it's magically a globe. No, it's not. It's not a globe if we don't know why they lie. We can't read minds. We don't know why liars lie. They do. And you don't need to prove motive to prove a crime.
Yeah, it's not what I'm saying either. I'm just asking you. What's your ideas here?
It would be It would be speculation. I mean, everybody has their own thing, right? My opinion would be mine, and yours would be yours.
I don't blame you for speculating, but that's my answer.
Yeah, thanks for your input.
Yeah, the motive is irrelevant because, like he said, it's a very individualized why, and you might think that they might have lied, right? So the main point is that they did, and they do, as Rio said.
But it's not irrelevant.
Well, it is because, like they were trying to make a point, is the fact that they lied about or that they killed somebody doesn't negate the fact that that person is dead, right? So that's a secondary question to why would they lie. First, you have to establish that they have lied, and that they and that they keep lying to people. So once you figure that out, which I think you have, then you can go into speculation about, okay, why do you think that they lied? I have my own reasons. Everybody else has their own reasons into why they think that they lied. There's many reasons. Control, money, like I said, to hide a creator. Many reasons to go into, but that's individualized.
Yeah, but what you say about hiding a creation, that is for me like why? Because if everybody knew that it was flat, that would mean there would have to be a creator behind this, right? And that's like definite proof of it. And so everybody would.
That's why they lie about creation. They lie about creation to hide the creator.
Yeah, if you find out that there is a creator, then that means you have to abide by the laws of the creator, right? And most people don't want to do that. And also, not just that, but that's how they get control of your mind and your soul, is that now you're going into, other aspects of the conversation, but the point is that they did lie about it, right? Can we agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. So then everything else is speculative, and we can talk about why they would try to hide a creator, but
that's not
go
where you want to go. But that is not where you want to go.
Well, yeah, because this isn't like a religious room, and I don't want to take it there. There are other rooms that we can go into to talk about it, but as far as like speculative things go, we do have a room for that as well. We can take it there someday. We got Haya Sky. What's up, girl? Welcome.
Sorry, I didn't have service earlier, so I couldn't join. How is everyone?
Hey, guys. I just woke up, just joined.
Nice. Good morning.
Good evening to you over there.
Thanks.
I was saying earlier, I wish we could play those snippets from Miggy and Quantum Eraser when there's like a quiet spell in between to keep the show going. But I guess now that you're here, you can play your music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the car driving, but
Oh.
I know. I'm multitasking. I'm a bad driver.
Yeah, be careful. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I have a difficult question.
Sorry, who said that?
Trent.
Oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, what's your question?
Yeah, I like to play devil's advocate. I'm new to being like a flat earther, but
Wait, so did you acknowledge it's flat yet?
yeah, I did.
Oh, congratulations. Welcome.
But I do have a ponder, and it's why do we see the same face of the moon from every single place? It's a difficult one, but it's something that I just recently thought about.
Does anybody want to take this? First of all.
Yeah, you say why? I'm sorry, India, real quick.
Sorry.
Just 1 second, India.
The ladies.
Oh, it's ladies only? Still? My bad.
Yeah, we got 30 more minutes.
I just castrated myself. So can we? Can I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
India,
go ahead.
you can go.
This guy's a liar. That's all I want to say.
Me? No.
Yeah, you didn't just think of that. You got it from Professor Dave.
Yeah.
Try again.
Well, no. Because I look up.
Listen, and the answer is go look up Euclid's Optics. Euclid's Optics was written 2,000 years ago. Professor Dave's a little late. That's the answer.
We've been smelling it for a while, Trent.
Oh, dang, can't you disappoint me?
And it's Euclid's Optics. It's a book. Euclid, Euclid's... You know who Euclid is?
Can you put the chat?
Euclid's a mathematician.
EUCLID.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
The foundation of Western mathematics is based upon him. Based upon Euclid's Elements. But he also wrote another book called Euclid's Optics. It shows that if you're a certain distance away from a circle, that it will always look like a circle, no matter what angle you are looking at it from. And Professor Dave challenged him personally that he would issue a public apology that if I could prove that he's wrong, and basically all I did was call me names.
Ah.
Euclid proved him wrong 2,000 years ago. So, see, Professor Dave thinks that it's a sphere and that if you can go in another place, you should see it at some other angle. Right? And that would be called parallax. But you don't see that even on the globe. I can't stand at the North Pole and South Pole and look at the moon and see it from two different angles and measure a parallax shift.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Okay.
So he thinks the Earth is a ball, or the moon is a ball, and that if you're on one side and look at it from another side, you're going to look at different parts of the moon.
Yeah, it has to. Therefore, it can't be three-dimensional. Like a good thing to try out yourself is if you're in your room and you're standing up and you look at your doorknob, you're going to see it at a certain angle. You're going to see it you're going to see the top part, okay? And you can pretend at that point when you're standing that you're in the northern hemisphere. But then if you lay down and you look at your doorknob, you're going to see it from a different angle. You're going to see the bottom. So you can pretend at that point that you're at the South Pole. So if it's actually a 3D object, you would have to see a different angle of it. Try this with any object that you can observe that's three-dimensional. When you change your position, you'll see a different angle.
Yeah, it was just a thought. Because I don't know, every single day when I look up at the moon, it looks the exact same. So, and I've lived in Florida, I've lived in, Michigan, I live in Washington now, and everywhere I go, it looks the exact same.
I muted Sweet What About Me because they were hot mics typing or chewing.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, I'm just, I didn't, I didn't know what you were doing, man.
No worries, I was typing.
What do you got, a gelatin keyboard, man? Because your mic is weird.
It's funny because my mic usually doesn't pick up anything, and all of a sudden today it decides to pick up everything. Oops, sorry.
You type and it sounds like hammer, and so like that was just too soft. I didn't know it was typing.
I'll mute myself.
You might have adjusted your sensitivity and forgot.
Yeah.
Can I get a roll change from on the fence to flat, please?
Who said that?
Me.
Oh.
Me, Rocker.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I don't have that kind of power, but.
Okay. Cool.
I do, but not in here. Let them carry on with their thing. Since I interrupted it.
We'll talk to you in a minute, all right? Because I do see Sergeant Nugget that doesn't have a role, so let's give it a go. Sergeant Nugget, you got control of your mic. Sergeant Nugget. All right, well, just ping one of us if you want to talk later.
I have another question, if you please.
Yeah, go for it.
About the why NASA would lie. Wasn't like globe Earth a thing even before NASA?
It was.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Wasn't like a globe Earth like a reality even before NASA? Why would they keep?
Well, that's actually an interesting. They somehow knew that the Earth was a globe and knew the radius and everything, and then NASA, when they went up into space, however they accomplished that, right? Found out that everything that they have assumed was correct. Now, do you think that's a little bit?
Because when I have done a bit of reading, I found out like there is like the Muslims, they were like using calculating the east and the geolocations they were supposing that the Earth was a globe, not a flat Earth. So.
Actually, are you talking about from the Quran?
Yeah, but I don't know if the scientists of Muslims.
Well, do you mind just giving us the specific name of this person? Because I know that in the Quran it does talk about flat Earth, not a globe Earth.
I'm gonna do a bit of research, then I will post it. Or should I post it in the channel or DM it to you?
Yeah, you can post it in the channel, in the live stream text channel, voice text channel.
One more question. Like you believe that Antarctica is the edge of the Earth?
When you say the edge, as in like the outer plane?
The surrounding edge, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And like the Earth is like flat and the Antarctica goes to infinity or what? Or something like that?
Well, we don't know that. I don't know if you were here earlier, but we were talking about the Antarctica Treaty.
Yeah, you heard it earlier. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, so basically the treaty prevents any individual independently and privately exploring beyond the 60th parallel. So we don't know what's beyond that. We can speculate as to how far the edge is, or if it's infinite, or if there's, the edge of the dome, or whatever you want to go. But we don't know for sure, so I can't 100% say this is what it is.
And also another question. If my questions are annoying you, you can please stop me or something. It's like you said, like flat Earth confirms that there is a creator. How is that? I'm assuming that you are a Christian or something.
Well, if you, I was comparatively speaking to the Big Bang, because that's what the heliocentric model ascribes to. If you have a flat Earth, that means it has to be designed. You cannot have a flat Earth coming out of a Big Bang. This place that we're living on, this plane, is designed perfectly so that humans can survive. And so that doesn't just happen accidentally. So there has to be a designer. It's created. And I have yet to meet a flat earther who is an atheist.
I am.
Loki said
By the
something.
way, if any of the other ladies want to jump in, please do so. I don't want to take
please.
over this.
I want to hear like a lot of perspective or something.
Yes.
Well, for me, since I discovered that they lied about the shape of the Earth, the next thing for me to do is to find a source that I can trust, and which is how I got into the biblical perspective. Because so far, as I read from the text, it's not lying to me. So, but apart from looking at the Bible, I also have to look at other sources. And if the science matches up with what the Bible says, then yeah, well and good.
You mentioned like other sources. What are the other sources?
Well, basically, the research that they've been doing recently. Have you heard about the laser test?
A laser cast? No. Can you link it to me, please?
Okay.
I'll post it in the. There. Oh shoot! In the live stream, sorry.
The globe is fairly recent, no? Like maybe around 500 years. But prior to that, all our sciences, they were all flat Earth sciences.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention, is that every other ancient cultures believed the Earth was flat, and they did all of their science, all of their measurements, everything that they do was based off of flat Earth.
Right, even to a point that they could predict the eclipses. And these are flat Earth sciences. They didn't need to be a globe to say that you could predict eclipses and all that stuff.
The PDF that you sent me, like I'm trying to find the authors of it. Sandor and Mike, are they like scientists or something?
I'm sorry, what video?
The PDF, I mean, that you sent.
Oh.
It's like the authors, I googled their names and I found like football coach or hockey coach.
For the FE core?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Should it matter if they were able to prove that the Earth is flat?
I'm just like looking at their works or something. So I don't take any.
I have to say, since I found that they had been teaching us the wrong kind of science, pseudoscience, I don't trust any scientists now until they can provide the evidence for their claims. That's what happened to me when I woke up. I don't care about their qualifications anymore. I just want to see if what they bring to the table is true. If anybody can bring truth to the table, I would trust that source because there's the evidence for it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, the main thing about being a scientist is not necessarily what degree you have or what how many years you've been in school or whatever. It's about if you're following the scientific method or not. And so even back in the days, like Einstein, he didn't graduate from high school, right? And there are other quote unquote scientists that haven't completed any schooling. So don't try to look at their degrees and dismiss them or take them for their word, you know? That's what a lot of people have.
I'm getting what you're saying, but it's like I wanted to verify like the maths that they are using, because like they are only in this PDF that like only referencing like some pictures and stuff. So I want like to look at the maths and maybe the scientific papers or like academic papers or something.
Mm-hmm.
The more it's like more explanations of this theory or something.
Yeah, well, take your time looking through the whole PDF, and then try to, like, if you have questions after you reading it, let us know, because this basically, the laser test that they did, it's about trying to measure the curvature, and what they found is that there was no curvature. It was lacking based on what the heliocentric model is supposed to be.
I'm sorry if I'm asking a lot of questions. Like I have like one more question about the North and the South Pole, the magnetic fields and stuff. How is that like working on a flat Earth?
Well, there's only North Pole. There is no South Pole.
And do you have like any other like something research about it or something?
Well, have you ever pointed a compass to the south and like get the magnetic south, quote unquote?
What? And but like I don't know.
Do you get that though?
It's like I'm not gonna lie, I haven't owned any compass in my life, so I cannot tell you.
Well, you can get a compass pretty cheap and you can just try it for yourself. Because what we see in reality is when I'm pointing a compass, every time it points north. So I believe there is a North Pole. As far as I know, there's no confirmation of a South. There is a place called the South Pole, but as far as like the magnetic field or whatever is concerned. I do see somebody. Oh, never mind. He left. There was somebody new. All right. Any other questions?
Me?
Anybody?
Really?
I'm just like wrapping my head around if like there is only one pole, how it's like it's working.
Well, how does it work with two poles? Like, can you explain it? Do you know how it works?
Have you ever seen like the magnetic field? Like, have you ever tried like with the magnets and you put it over the? I'm not familiar with like English terms, so. iron powder or something. When you put it under the paper with iron powder, have you tested this or not? It's like there is a negative pole and a positive pole.
Yes.
So if there is only one pole, how does that work? Like, where is she? Did she?
Well,
Does it have to be just one
how
pole?
does that? How
Why
does
can't the
that?
pole just be somewhere else?
Repeat that, please.
I was thinking, why does there have to be only one pole? Why can't there be a pole somewhere else? Why does,
Where exactly?
why does it have to be restricted to the Earth? What if the negative pole is somewhere else?
Somewhere else, like you mean where?
Well, if we're dealing with a flat Earth cosmology, and the Earth is more of a plate-like structure, why can't the magnetic south be under the Earth?
Under the Earth. I thought that like there is nothing under the Earth, like
No, like below, like underground.
Hold on.
Deep.
I'm not
does
sure.
that mean like
I'm not sure what your problem is. For example, you have a horseshoe magnet, then you have one on one pole. You can turn it around, and it can circumnavigate around the Earth. That is flat and level. So where's your problem there?
I'm sorry if I'm offending you, like I'm asking questions.
No. You're not offending me. But it seems like your imagination is going back to the ball. If it's on a flat plane, the south is everywhere. It circumnavigates in that circle.
Again, I'm sorry if I offended anyone from my like lack of knowledge or something.
No, we're not offended. She's asking you. Maybe you can repeat it, Rio.
I said, what is his problem with the South Pole being everywhere? It's like if you use your compass, you look for north, and if you're navigating, the South Pole will just be in a circle around that you're circumnavigating onto. But I think your problem is you're thinking about a ball, which means there's up and down there and all around. Is that it? Ether posted something here on the live stream voice text 1. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you now? You can circumnavigate around a flat plane using a compass that's pointing north.
But even that the magnet he's using is like has two poles, like.
No, the compass that he's using just has that direction. Magnets, the compass always points north. That's what I was asking you if you've ever seen a compass that points south.
So there's
and
a big magnet.
For that one guy that said, what if the magnet is like below the Earth or something? You're going into like speculation. Oh, I think he left already. But he was
sorry,
going into like
I didn't
speculative.
leave.
No, the other guy that chimed in earlier.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but do you see what she was trying to explain to you?
Yeah, and I know what you're saying. Like, it's like I'm trying to wrap my head around it. It's like because first you said like there is only North Pole. Now there is like one guy said like there is like South Pole or pole under the Earth or something.
That's what I was trying to address. Is he's going into speculative mode, which we can't prove what's under the Earth. So what we can see, as far as reality goes, is that it's there is a magnetic north. That's it.
So if we dig down in the North Pole, we find a big magnet.
Sorry? Repeat that?
If we dig down in the North Pole, do we find a big magnet that pulls all the compass to the north?
Well, I don't know what's at the North Pole because we can't go there either. So
No, but if there's a magnetic field pulling all the compasses to north, I mean, there got to be, right?
I don't know. I can't answer that if I don't know. Have you been there?
But what is making the north then? What is making the compass point north?
That's a great question. I don't know. Unless, like I said, you can't go to Antarctica or to the North Pole. And it is very interesting why we can't, as far as like individuals and private citizens can go there to independently explore it. But we know there is a magnetic north, right? We know there is a magnetic center. So you can say again with how that works, but at the end of the day, it's just speculation.
And, do you have like any ideas about how gravity works in a flat Earth, or like there is no concept of gravity?
Oh wait, we're moving on to gravity. Okay, so before we do that, we do only have 5 minutes left to Ladies' Night. If any of you ladies want to make a last-minute comment, questions, suggestions, please do.
Gravity doesn't exist. Gravity doesn't exist. If it did, evaporation would not be possible. And if you're saying that evaporation is possible, if you're saying evaporation is occurring because the gas is less dense than the medium it's in, that's
how
exactly
does like
what's happening.
objects accelerate when they fall in or something? If there's no gravity.
Did the middle of her center interrupt the beginning of yours? She was talking when you started talking, dude.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before you're even asking why do things accelerate, why do things go up? Like a helium balloon or gas being evaporated. Why does it go up? The answer is relative density. So it's the same thing. It's the same reason things go down.
Yeah, you're asking for the cause. You're mentioning the phenomenon, and you're attributing the causation to be the phenomenon. So I'm sorry, you're attributing the phenomenon to be the causation. We don't know what the causation is for why things go down. You are claiming gravity, so that means you would need to prove that to us. But we all experience the same phenomenon, things accelerating downwards. We don't deny that. We just don't think it's gravity as in the theory of gravity.
Well, which theory of gravity?
Exactly.
Also, doesn't gravity just mean weight?
Okay, so again, 3 minutes to Ladies' Night. Any of you other ladies want to say anything? I'm going to let inform Helio in a minute. Rio, Carla, okay, cool.
No, I'm fine with your answer.
Yeah,
The thing is, you don't need gravity to prove the level Earth. You only need gravity if you think it's a sphere. And even then, it's like an uninvited guest, because it doesn't really apply. What applies is density and buoyancy. So it's
buoyancy, yes.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Well, isn't gravity legit? It's the problem is gravitation, right?
What do you mean?
Well, like gravity just means weight, but gravitation implies that you'd need forces at work for special relativity or something, right?
No, are you talking about like the law versus the theory?
No, I'm just saying like gravitation kind of like, special relativity kind of necessitates gravitation, whereas gravity just really means weight. And weight could be explained using relative density, right?
I don't know. I just don't like the word gravity.
Right, well, there's nothing to fear. It's just, what I'm saying is just, and I'm just saying I'm questioning just because the way I talk, but the idea that, gravity just means gravity, like, weight, like gravitas, like the weight of something. But gravitation is what I would surmise flat Earth has a problem with.
I don't
Not so
think
much
you should
gravity.
even be using the word weight.
Well,
Okay,
no,
no,
we
'cause-
need. Well, weight. I would say weight is kind of essential, just because we have weights and measures and stuff like that. But weight could be explained through like the idea that something would be more dense than something else. Not that we should fear it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm looking at the. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the definition because he said, "What's the definition?" Right. So it says the force of attraction. This is number one. The force of attraction by which terrestrial bodies tend to fall towards the center of the Earth. Number two, heaviness or weight. Number three, gravitational in general. Number four, acceleration of gravity. You know, like there's a whole succession. There's like
Did it say
8 different.
gravitation? It said gravitation, though, right?
It says gravitation in general. That's number
Right.
three. Gravitation in general.
And that would be like for instance, like for myself, I have an issue with accepting the notion of gravitation, but gravity, I'm completely fine with in the context of relative density. Do you know what I mean?
Right, but that's the thing. Exactly. I mean, I kind of understand what you're saying because I'm very meticulous with my words too. But that's the thing. But when we're defining the word gravity, when the dictionary describes gravity, it's not, you're picking one of all of the definitions, but they use it, science, whatever. They use all of it to, you know, like they say gravitational pull or whatever. So that would be what? Number one, the force of attraction by which terrestrial bodies tend to fall towards the center of the Earth. It's like, it makes me uncomfortable too because it's too general. The word gravity itself, it's explained too general. It's too broad for what they're saying that it does, and it doesn't always really fit.
All you gotta say is gravity.
I see what you're saying about the dictionary, but I mean, there are different dictionaries, and ultimately, when we look up where these words came from, gravitas and weight was around long before any of these ideas of the pseudoscience of gravity, right? So it had a meaning long before it became the thing that we all want to stay away from.
I mean, you could prove this easy with that dictionary. Drop it from 1 foot onto your foot, and then hold it up in the air, and then drop it from there. Throw it up in the air, and then let it land on you again, and see what it does.
Yeah, but that would be relative density at work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So, like,
yeah,
you
you're
might
not proving causation.
Right.
He hears density and he left it off.
Oh, density. Okay, we're
Are you-
talking about
forgive me,
air
forgive me.
density. Is
Are
that
you a
what we're doing?
baller?
No, I'm not a baller.
Okay, no, I was just curious.
Don't lie, Trent. Come on.
No, I'm not a baller. I'm just saying, like,
Agnostic. Right on.
All right, Lulu, let the guys know that you haven't finished the ladies' night. Let
Yeah,
them
you know what? I was just gonna finish it off with this. Just give me a second and enjoy.
NASA lies more than my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, break up with that ball.
Sorry, little hoe, but you ain't living on a globe. Oh, all the things they taught you in the school, you gotta let it go. Like you can talk your shit, but then I'll flat smack you back with my rap. Call up gravity, like where the hell she at? Cause you need Jesus to see this deceiving since Eden. Calling out the Globers, they ran out of reasons. And 3 questions, we got your ball now gone, and you ain't done no work, but you just say we're wrong. But we know not to be lying and faking. Look what the hell they be saying. Look at the money they take. They doing it off of Satan. Take a red pill with a shot of Jack. Oh, please don't call me back till you know the earth is really flat.
All right. Lady Night is officially over. Thank you so much for all you ladies that participated. It was awesome. Please carry on. And Helio, if you're listening, you can end it here. Back to gravity.
Good work, ladies. Flat smacking the Globers. Like, they had nothing against you. Now, Glovers, you can direct your questions to everybody in general, not just ladies. So
Yeah.
go right ahead.
By the way, that was that song was by Highest Sky. If you guys haven't checked it out, please check her out. She's really good. That was Highest Sky. 46 seconds of flat smacking.
Discord live.